That's why I was like, I want to have a third person,
Yeah, I
just because
understand.
like I was literally in bed. I was like trying to go to sleep,
Well, this is your
and then
job
I
now. You
couldn't.
gotta get up and do it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like I'm considering this very much
Why not?
like a occupation, and here's the thing. Like I'm man, like the drama in the MMA shit, it makes me sad, and it's weird because like it doesn't matter. It's so meaningless, but it's like I really do like to study the lore of MMA. Like I enjoy listening to like Ariel Helwani and freaking Chael
Yeah,
Sonnen and Michael Bisping and listening to all the fighters talk about things and getting everybody's take and
yeah,
then following the just the storyline. I like marking out on UFC.
yeah, definitely. I mean, like in life, like everybody has a job, right? And then you only see the people that are passionate about their job actually happy. It's the damn truth too. Like, you can't be like jobs suck because you got to go work, right? But there's jobs out there that you love to do, and some people just find it, man. And that's what I mean by that is like we love MMA. We love MMA to the point where we're actually making podcasts about it. It's not because I've watched it for like forever. It's because I enjoy it. Every week I get up to watch these fights because I'm excited. You know what I mean? I love it, and so why not talk about it? Why not talk about it with your friends? You know what I mean? It's just like gaming to me.
100%. This is like the third project MMA. Like you saw how I don't want to say necessarily how fast, but like the branding and stuff, like all the like the socials and stuff like that. Like I did that stuff fairly quickly. Like this is like the
Oh yeah,
third MMA project I've done. Not like Discord, like oh let's hang out and talk about MMA. Just like project. Like this is,
yeah.
but like this is the one I actually think is. I want this to work. Like I've tried to do other things in the past that like just didn't really make sense. I'll show you some of the things I've done
Will
so you
you
can get like
only
a
will you
full
only
vibe.
get behind things you actually believe in? So you believe in this, so that's what makes you want to push it more because I get what
We've
you're
put out
saying.
too much content at this point, in my
Yeah.
opinion,
Well,
which
of
I
course.
actually like. I like doing it. I'd rather keep doing it biweekly.
Like to be honest with you, if I was listening to a podcast, I wouldn't listen to a guy's podcast randomly every week, right? Only if less he was good at calling the fights as in like a betting thing, right? That's the only reason I would ever check you out is if you could call fights well. But other than that, you know what I mean? That's the only reason I came to see your videos because you're good at calling fights. It's not really the content because a lot of them don't offer content like that. Like we'll just talk about the UFC. We'll make like 5 episodes a week or whatever because it's just passion. It's love. It's not about making videos or making new things. It's about like just like we're doing right now. We can talk about random subjects. It doesn't even have to be next week's fight. Just a sphere of MMA is content for us.
I'm not really worried about the picks. I trust my picks to be honest, but I'm not worried about that. That's not the reason
Yeah.
why I want to do it. Like I've always wanted to do it because I just like talking shit about MMA. It's the funniest shit to me. Like today
Hmm.
we were talking about you. I feel bad. Here, this is the first thing we can talk about today, and I'd love to get your opinion on this. First of all, who do you have? You or your and we'll talk about the fights.
Okay.
And we have a beautiful sponsor. I can't wait to announce our lovely handsome sponsor. I can't wait to go over the picks and we could talk about our sponsor and all that stuff. But first, I need to know who do you have, Yuri or Glover?
Man, dude.
This is a serious question. And then I have
I'm
so much to
gonna
talk about.
it's funny to me. It's funny to me because I'm picking Yuri as a betting man because he's just faster and
Okay.
he looks really good. I feel like Glover is
Okay.
older and he's slower. Doesn't mean he's not going to win. You know what I mean? It just, I feel Yuri has the tools naturally to beat him. Not saying because in the fight, it's all about what's in your mind, right? So you could be the faster guy, you could be stronger. It doesn't matter. It's what's happening in the fight. So I just feel Yuri has the tools to beat Glover. I don't. I love Glover though. I mean, and if Glover won, more power to him, honestly, because he's 40 something years old and he's winning at the highest level. How can you not appreciate that? You know what I mean?
I mean, Glover is one of my favorite fighters. He might be. I mean, so I have Glover Teixeira, Cheeto Vera, Masvidal, but he got like he's too mainstream now. Like I liked him when he before he became like Jorge Masvidal, like who he is
Yeah.
now. Like Jorge Masvidal
Masvidal is a weird guy to
3.0.
me.
He
Masvidal's
was awesome on
okay.
them. He was awesome on the MMA Hour today, man. He was killing it. He's selling a freaking NFT. He was like, man, there's only 2,000 of them. We better get them quick. It's like, yo, no, I
I
doubt
mean,
he sells. He'll sell more than 10, but he won't sell more than 15.
I know, but he's hard up for money right now because he's about to get sued by 3
Oh,
felonies from Kobe. I'm
I
telling you,
think
Kobe's gonna go for
no,
his
he'll
money.
be fine. That I hope he
I don't
does.
know.
I think that'll all drop. To be honest, I don't know
They
what
ain't
happened
gonna
to
drop
Kobe.
it. The thing is like you say he'll be dropped, but Kobe won't drop it. He's gonna pursue the charges and he'll get his money. He was attacked from behind. I mean, it's obvious. You can't win that as Masvidal. I'm sorry.
Maybe.
And honestly, Masvidal coming in the day after on his little on the internet talking about it. He literally admitted he did it. That's the dumbest thing he ever
Well,
did.
but he
Like
also
he
okay.
was
So
dumb about it.
it
I
sounded
like
like business
Masvidal as a
was gonna
fighter, but what
continue.
he did was honestly it was idiotic as shit. It was dumb
Yeah,
as
I mean,
fuck.
yeah, you have to be able to separate business from
Of
your
course, of
personal
course,
feelings,
of
but
course.
uh,
It's about being an adult, and what he displayed was being an idiot. I mean,
Co-
you just take it as that.
he talks about like people being censored and free speech and all this shit,
Yeah,
and then he went and he beat somebody up for somebody saying something using
I get it. I mean,
their
Connor
right.
did the same thing. Is
Everybody
Kobe
does.
worse than Connor when Connor is saying Khabib's wife is a rag or a towel or whatever, and says all this shit about the religion? You know what I mean? It's the same fucking shit, dude. Same fucking thing.
Somebody asked him. Who asked him recently? I like how we didn't talk about Yuri and what's his name, but somebody asked Habib recently about Connor, and you could tell Connor, or you could tell Habib was like he misses Connor. You could tell, but
Like
like
he misses talking shit to him.
no, like he loves him.
Oh yeah, you know it's funny you say that because Connor and Khabib were actually cool with each other before all that
Right?
bullshit
No,
happened.
100%. You could
Yeah, they would
tell
take pictures
when
with each other and shit.
right? And well, I don't remember what happened, but basically they were still kind of cool with each other until Connor said the shit about his wife, and then it
Well,
was like,
they
yo,
were
what
they
the
were
fuck,
cool with
dude?
each other because Connor was a 145 guy and Khabib was 155, so they didn't think they
Mm,
would fight each other and they could be friends.
no,
But I think once he moved up,
even when they were like challenging each other, it was still kind of like cordial until he said the thing about his wife.
well, it is that, but you have to remember, Khabib also came out and was like, UFC, why do you have this fake guy as the champion? I have like 12, 15, 50 fight win streak. Give me title shot. I will kill him. That's basically how it started. Like
I
Khabib
feel
was
like he has
mad
the
because
right.
he got the championship
Yeah,
before
but
Khabib did.
it's still he's keeping it. That's all within the realm. Like Connor brought it to a promoting level,
Of
and then also
course.
brought in the family, and then brought in religion, and
Of
was very
course.
offensive.
It is, and as Connor, I get it. Connor's selling the fight and all, but you're still talking to a Muslim that's very devout. You know what I mean? You got to be careful with that shit. And I would be more afraid for Connor than I would for Kobe. Who's like, Kobe never attacked Masvidal's kids or his wife. He just attacked Masvidal. He said, "You are a deadbeat
Well,
dad."
didn't he
He
say?
didn't say your kids are pieces of shit. He said you're a deadbeat dad and you cheat on your wife. He didn't attack Masvidal's family. So Masvidal coming out saying, "Don't want to text my family." He was already in the wrong. Kobe never attacked his family. You got to read the words that are saying. All right, you
Yeah.
can't just come up with your own narrative. The
Well,
fact
he
is, you know what
has
I
to
mean.
though, because he has to be able to defend himself. He has a brand he has to protect. So I mean, regardless, I
I get
agree with
it,
you.
but
I didn't know that.
if
I
he
didn't
had a
know that
brand to
yet.
protect, he would never assaulted him like that. Just to be honest with you, he probably took a fat hit from
Well,
that from a casual fan. Honestly,
so here's the thing too. I might be getting the false narrative here that
yeah,
Masvidal was saying, but he was talking about how like, oh yeah, things are on hold and he wants to announce some things, but it's like he's still waiting for all the things to go through.
yeah,
They might be done. So like because
yeah.
what you're saying, and that's a bit that I heard also. There was right after he assaulted Kobe, some articles came out saying that like his because he has some bare knuckle promotion and like
Oh
they
yeah, yeah. Of course,
all the negotiations were halted right after that, and then
of
Ariel
course.
asked him about that, and then he kind of played it off, but.
Well, he had to because he can't say anything about it because he has an open fucking case. He can't talk about it.
No, the promotion, not the Kobe thing,
Okay, so the promotion thing,
but
let me give
yeah,
you some insight on the promotion. The promotion thing is he went and had an interview with the NAC or whatever in Nevada about
yeah,
having
and
his
they said
promotion
no
license. They said no because they asked him about
because they
his
opened the
case
case. Yeah,
and he couldn't talk about it and they said, sorry, you gotta wait
right,
this on hold.
right,
And
right,
I'm
right.
telling you, Kobe, they got to be careful because Poirier is Masvidal's friend.
Hmm.
And knowing that, Poirier was trying to call out Covington when he had his head concussion, and that's why he turned down that fight. So they have to be careful with that too, because it could be used as Poirier was trying to bait him into a fight when he had brain damage, and he's friends with Masvidal. That's what I mean. Like they have to be really careful with this because Kobe can totally pursue this and take a lot of money from Masvidal, no doubt.
Mm. I see what you're saying there.
Yeah, dude. It's a lot more serious than people want to give. I get it. Like, yeah, he sucker punched you, big fucking deal. But Kobe's the kind of guy who's like, yeah, you sucker punch me and watch what I can do with the law. He's that
Yeah,
guy. He's that guy that wants to fuck you over
I
like
think
that.
he should. I think he's probably got the right people
Yeah.
in his ear too. Probably going like, look,
Yeah, man.
if you want to fuck him up really
Yeah,
bad
dude.
right
Yeah.
now, like this is the ball's in your court right now. So you decide how deep do you want to go because we'll take it all the way, and it's all yours.
And
Like,
we also have
yeah,
to
Masvidal might be in
remember
trouble right now for real.
he
You're
will,
right.
because we also have to remember that Kobe also said that he has a brain injury from it. This is very serious, dude. This is very serious. Depending on how far Kobe wants to take it, he
Right.
could take it like I'll never fight again, and you owe me
Yeah.
all this fucking back pay of money, of potential money I could have earned.
Right, and there's not many precedents in this, but I mean, people learned from the bus incident with Connor what's the potential of what you could do when you say you can't fight. So as
Yeah,
long as Kobe
exactly.
says he can't fight, we have an issue.
Yeah, and he
Or
has a
sorry, not we, but
potential money
Jorge
loss.
Masvidal has an issue. Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like Kobe is probably getting his average pay is probably like 200
Mhm.
grand every other month, dude.
Whatever
He's not poor
whatever
guy.
fight he has lined up currently, Jorge had just had to pay him that contract basically.
Yeah, and think about it. Jorge made a big deal about, oh, he wanted to fight me so bad, his dumbass didn't take pay per view points, and I got them all. Kobe's like, I'm gonna take them back in the end.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like Kobe wanted to fight against Masvidal so bad, he gave up his pay per view points to give it to Masvidal to take the fight. And then what happened? Masvidal got pretty much wrecked for 25 minutes. He landed one good shot on Kobe, and the rest of the round was him learning how to wrestle.
Yeah. He's too old and he can do it.
And Masvidal, the only thing Masvidal could do is just get set up with favorable fights. I mean, honestly, that's all it is. Like, he has good fights. Like, he has good fights on the table. Like, he can fight Hazmat. He can fight Burns. He can fight a lot of these guys, dude, honestly. But him scratching another title won't be around for a little bit. He can't get past Kobe. He can't beat Usman. You know what I mean?
Who can he beat in that? Well,
Yeah.
so the fight's going to be him and Connor. That's what
Yeah.
Chael
I
was
agree,
saying.
bro. I
That's
agree.
most likely what's going to be the case.
That'd be a good fight. Good fight for Connor.
I think the better fight would be Connor versus Tony.
I do, but I think Tony's chin is kind of shoddy, man. You can't have Connor wailing on
I think
you.
that's Tony's last fight. I
You know
think
what I
Tony's
mean?
last fight is Connor.
You want Tony to have a red panty night. That's what you're saying.
I think, yeah. I think
agree with you.
I think everybody. I think not only it's not just the right thing to do. That's what everybody wants. Maybe besides Connor, but
It's
fuck
true.
Connor, honestly.
To be honest with you, I wanted Diego Sanchez to get his red panty night before he left. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of these fighters that
but I hear you.
I get it, but a lot of these fighters that came to UFC need their fat retirement paycheck. Like him or not, Diego Sanchez was there in the beginning when it blew up, and he stuck around, did his whole
I just
career
saw a
there.
clip of him when he fought the autistic kid or the kid with Down syndrome or the guy. He wasn't a kid. It was like a
Right? Wasn't that inspiring? What a
Dude, I
total
mean,
fucking gentleman, dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like,
Totally awesome, dude.
He wore his UFC fight kit. You know what I mean? Like,
dude.
That's just pretty wild. And like, you could tell, like, he really cared. Like, he was.
Oh fuck,
he
yeah,
was
he does,
genuinely
dude.
like.
He really did, dude. And that's what made me more of a Diego fan. I know Diego's not the smartest guy ever, but dude, I just enjoy your fighting. And Diego, he was a scrapper in the beginning, all the way to the end, dude.
All right, so we've now finally come full loop. So this is this is an argument for Yuri because I'm
okay. Back to Yuri.
We're back to Yuri now because Yuri is kind of nuts, and I like Yuri, but he's a little crazy. And this is what people have been saying this, and it's like I say it kind of as a joke, but it's like in reality when you go from the external perspective, you go, okay, your breathing techniques or whatever you're doing, you're channeling the spirits and book you right or whatever. I'm sure you're a really good fighter and you're channeling all that in the octagon, but like he still gets clipped and like he focuses too much on that. He's saying crazy shit. Like that's not going to make you a better fighter than the next guy. Like I'm sure that like having a good mentality and like focusing your mind and all that stuff, that's very important. But like no shit, like all fighters want to do that. Like I'm sure he's taking a very specific approach and it's effective for him. But it's like I feel like he takes his approach towards like his spirituality and like the way the externality of the just being a fighter, he takes that too seriously, and that is reflected in like the way that like he fights, his fighting style, and I think that's dangerous. He also only had 3 fights in his or he's had one fight per year in the past 3 years.
You know he's only had 2 fights in UFC, right? Yuri literally has 2 fights in
3 fights, I
UFC.
think.
No,
3
just
fights.
2. Just 2. He's only had 2 fights in the UFC. Now he's fighting for the title.
Yuri.
He was fighting for Ryzen before that. And he beat a lot of good people. He beat Maldonado, Mo, King Mo, Dalloway. These are old UFC washouts. Not Mo, he wasn't in
He
UFC,
beat
but
Dominic Reyes,
he
right?
beat Reyes and he beat Ozdemir, whatever his name is.
Yeah. So Dominic Reyes is he's lost his last 3, and Vulcan's lost his last 2, I believe, or it's one or the other. You're right. Okay, CB Dalloway rising.
Yeah, dude.
Oh shoot, I just
That's what
looked
I
this
mean.
up,
He's
too.
literally only had 2 fights in
Oh
UFC.
my
That's why I
God.
give it to Yuri because people see something in this guy more than even I do. Dana obviously does. So he's giving him the title fight in his 3rd UFC fight. You get a title fight.
Oh, I think Dana's feeding him to the Lions, man.
Are you
I
sure?
think
Because I don't know.
Yuri's
Yuri
weak
has.
spot is close range boxing.
It is.
And Glover is gonna close that distance and
Okay.
punch Yuri in his fucking dumb fucking ponytail, and he's gonna
Okay.
collapse in about 2 seconds, and he's gonna get exposed.
I don't know.
I think in round 2.
I think Yuri's too good for him. Yuri has won his last 10 fights by knockout. His last 10
Yeah, no,
fights have been won by knockout.
but Glover doesn't get knocked out though. And by
That's
the way,
true.
I
That's
like
true.
Yuri's ponytail.
I know. I give that to
everybody's.
you.
I
Glover
like
is
his
really
whole style.
good
It's pretty
at
cool.
not getting
Just so
knocked
everybody
out. I
knows.
don't think Glover's been knocked out since, I don't even know, a long time ago.
Let me look up.
But Jones beat him, maybe? I don't know if he knocked him out, though.
No, he just tore his arms off.
Okay.
Sure.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I forgot what happened.
I'm just saying the last 10
Is
fights,
one,
all
two,
TKOs,
three, four,
KOs,
5, 6.
that's
He's
something.
won his last 6 fights. He lost against Corey Anderson decision. Okay, he lost to Gustafsson knockout and then Anthony Johnson knockout. And that was 2016 and 2017. He hasn't been knocked out since like before Yuri started fighting. No, not really. Yuri started fighting in 2012. Okay. Interesting.
Yuri has 23 wins by knockout. That's how crazy this guy is. 23 of his 28 wins are by knockout, bro.
Yeah, okay, I hear you.
I'm just saying, like, it's hard to go against this guy. I love Glover and everything, man, but fuck. Yuri is no joke.
No, okay. I'm playing devil's advocate here. I
love
don't think
it.
Yuri doesn't have a chance at all. Like,
Okay, tell me why.
Let's just be clear. No, I said I don't think he doesn't have.
I know. Tell me why he doesn't have one, though.
Because he gets clipped very easily.
Okay.
I don't like his mentality. I do think he might. I haven't seen his other 21 fights, right?
Okay.
Or whatever it is, 25 fights, whatever. How much damage has he taken? I know he knocks out people, but he gets into bangers. The 2 fights I've seen him fight in, he gets wobbled.
Yeah.
So
he's lost twice by knockout and one by sub.
These are all title contenders that he's beaten, but it's only 2 of them, and he's only fought once where he's fought twice in the past 2 years, right? So that's not good. That's a very not good sign. Like even Glover's fought more than that.
Yeah, dude.
And Glover can connect. Glover is not going to just get hit with a spinning back kick. He could. I'm not saying that's not possible. It's definitely possible. But Glover's going to put his hands up. He's going to cover his face. He's going to walk right in. He's going to throw a couple jabs. Yuri's going to probably get hit with a jab. There's going to be like a hook or an overhand right or something like that. And Yuri's going to get connected. And it's probably going to go to the ground. He's going to get choked out or something.
Wow. Yeah. I honestly believe the only way Glover wins this fight is taking him to the ground. I can see him beating Yuri, just taking him on the ground, controlling him. To be honest with you, I say it because Yuri's younger, he's taller, he has 4-inch reach on him. It's not going to be too fun. He strikes more. He throws 7 strikes per minute. To Glover's 3, so he's going to be throwing way more strikes than him. He's longer. He'll be able to connect easier. Glover has a 2 takedown advantage, like 2 takedown average on a fight. Yuri doesn't even go for takedowns. So that's what I mean. Like, Glover completes 2 takedowns average per fight. So, I mean, he'll probably take him down. I feel that he should take him down just because you don't want to play with fire. You're here to win.
Yeah.
You're here to hold your championship. I'm not going to be mad at you for holding somebody down and beating them like that.
Punches. Rising punches, knees. Yeah. You know what? Okay, so Okay, even though I feel like the whole thing about he hasn't fought in he fought 3 times in 2019. He fought once in 2020, he fought once in 2021. He hasn't fought in over a year, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget. He does have a lot of fights on his record. It's not like he's unseasoned.
This is a
Other than
dirty
that,
fight card, bro, because also on that card is Shevchenko versus Santos.
all right, so should we go through the lines then? Should we get right into the card? I mean, here
Well,
I
this
am
is
kind
a
of
card
curious.
2 weeks away. The next card is a Volkov card, which is this weekend. Maybe we should talk about that one. This
Oh
Glover
shoot, yeah,
one,
we
got
totally missed that.
yeah.
Oh, what am I
So
talking
this
about?
Glover one's a
Okay.
week after. We'll talk about this
Well,
later
okay, so
on.
no, let's finish this then because this is actually
Okay.
what I want to talk about. So then, why exactly is everybody on this dude's dick? Like, just because of Ryzen? I
Yeah,
think it's just
but
people are attracted to him. Somebody in one of the MMA chats was like, "Oh man, I want to see the fight between the Ultimate Ninjas, Yuri versus Luke." I'm like, you just picked the most handsome dudes in the UFC. You literally picked the gayest fight possible, and I'm down. Like, I'd love to
yeah.
see that fight, but like, it doesn't. That you're just like, I think
I mean,
Yuri's
if you
just
want
a
to see the
handsome dude.
gayest fight possible, you got to put Paulo Costa against Luke. I'm
But
pretty sure they're the hottest dudes, right?
is it possible that people just are sexually attracted to Yuri?
Obviously, there's a lot of. I would say there's gay people that love MMA. Why not? So
No, but
what?
even I'm straight, but I
Yeah.
find him like he's a handsome man.
I mean, that's
Am I more inclined to want to be his fan because of that?
no. I mean, unless you want to get reamed in the butthole by him, I would say you're gay. But if you don't, you're just a
No,
fan. Just a fan of him, dude. And he looks cool. He has a little man bun and shit. He does spinning
people love the
elbows.
man bun. People
Yeah,
want to put
he's
that little
brutal,
bun
man.
right around
People
them.
love him because he's brutal. Like he doesn't care. He'll do a spinning back fist on you and knock you out in the middle of a fight where he's getting tagged up.
I gotta watch this fight. We should watch his fights later. I'm down to
Okay.
do that if you want. I want to watch the Ultimate Fighter too. I'm kind of. Oh well, actually, I already know what happened. The guy lost, Maximus or
Mhm.
whatever. The guy that was on season 2 of the Ultimate Fighter, he lost. Sad. The other guy was big though. The other guy was fat, or he looks fat, but then he took off his shirt and just looks big. It's like, oh shit! I thought you were like out of shape. He's not. He's
Wow.
a fucking big dude. I was like, oh damn, it's not good. But you could tell, like the guy's 44. He wasn't gonna be able to do anything anyway. But the guy's 44. Then you see Glover right now. I don't know. Now I'm all over this guy. So I don't know, man. I don't know if he
I'm
has
gonna
play.
I'm gonna suck you back into a portal, and we're gonna go back to the current fights. We're gonna go to the Volkov.
You want to go to Volkov? All right.
We're
So
gonna go
should
to
I go?
Volkov
Should I get
Rosenstruck.
the lines then?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Okay. So then I should mention, guys, if you guys are interested in placing bets on the fights, you guys should definitely check out mybookie.ag. It's a sponsor of the podcast. You can use our promo code NorthSouth, and you can check out the fights this Saturday with the UFC, which is what we're going to be talking about right now. So let me actually just look at the odds. Do you have them open on your thing by any chance?
I do
MMA.
actually, but I'm using ESPN. You might have different
That's
odds. A lot
fine.
of betting sites have the odds are kind of the same and
That's fine.
similar, but they're they might be like
Doesn't
20
matter.
off.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
might be like
but these odds right now for
June
Volkov,
4th, right? Jay
Volkov's the
Algiers.
favorite. Is
Let's
Volkov the favorite for you?
go. It's always, yeah. I mean, it's not gonna be different.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean,
I mean,
otherwise
they're
we're just
close. There's one
serious.
rule I have about betting, okay? And if you're not over a 200 favorite, it's probably a 50-50 toss and fight. That's how you should bet it. So if you're over 200, you probably are going to win. But if you're under that 200, it's too close to call. That's how MMA is very wild, man. Randoms win all the time. They'll totally screw up your whole betting line just because that's how it is, man. It really is, dude. MMA is the most wild betting I've ever done, dude.
You want to go from the top of the card or the bottom of the card? UFC
can go from the top.
Fight night, was it 56? UFC 50. I don't know what it is. Vegas 56.
We got some really good fights this week, honestly. If you're an MMA fan and you actually watch this stuff, you're probably going to be interested this week because they got some bangers.
Everybody's gonna be desperate. It's 56,
Yeah.
right? UFC Vegas. I mean,
Danny Gay's fighting.
Football. I mentioned this to freaking Footy the other week, and he was like, "I don't even know who that is." I was like, "Really?
Oh, you don't know? Yeah, Danny Gay's.
He knows. It's just that people don't
Yeah.
know him. Oh my god. Okay, just so everybody knows, the fights start at 1 p.m. Eastern. So don't forget to miss that. And if you're listening right? Did I get that right? Updated May 30th, 2022. The fight is on June 4th, right? It starts at 1 p.m.
Why is that?
Eastern
They have it in.
Standard
They
Time.
have it at the Apex. Why are they doing that?
Uh, just
That's
so you
weird.
guys know, if you want to place your bets on mybookie.ag, use promo code North South. Do it
Oh,
before 1 p.m. Eastern
I'm gonna
Standard
tell you
Time.
why. I'm gonna tell you guys why it's at 1 p.m.
Oh, lay
Because
it on
this
us.
card has 17 fights on it. This is a huge card. Maybe not people
1,
you want
2,
to see
3, 4,
fight, but
5,
they
6,
got
7, 8,
17
9, 10,
fights on
11,
it.
12, 13. I see 14 fights.
There's three prelims too. You got Aaron Blatchfield versus Aldrich.
Yep.
Uh,
JJ Aldrich versus Aaron
okay.
Blanchfield. Okay, so then we can actually just follow.
Oh
And
wow, I wasn't even ready. He's caught me
it's
off
fine.
guard. I'm like naked.
Oh no. I bet on my clothes. I lost on my clothing on the internet today. I bet my clothes away.
Welcome.
I had no more cash left, so I just bet my pants.
Oh, shit.
And I lost.
I gotta pull this card up again because this is kind of
Sure
Once you tell him the story of what happened to us a couple days ago.
Well, it was last night, right? Was it
Yeah, it was
yesterday?
2 nights ago. About
No,
anyway, it was this week.
Wasn't it yesterday? 2 nights ago?
Yeah, it was 2 nights ago, I believe. But let him know. Let him know what happened.
I already did. No, I already did.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah,
I came late.
everything.
I'm sorry.
You were late. None. Yep.
Oh shit.
Now we got to redo it a third time. Now we
Oh,
got to
it's the
just
third
cut.
time
We're
we
gonna
wiped
cut
it.
this whole thing out.
As well. You're glad I love doing this because I'd do it first time I had to.
Preview. How do you find fights on SureDog? Jesus Christ! How did I
Nobody
do that last
finds
night?
fights on SureDog. What are you doing?
That's what I was doing last night. It was great.
Nah, dude. Go use you can use ESPN.
Typology.
Use ESPN.
Well, the other thing was giving. How are you getting all your stats last night? Because I was using SureDog and it was pretty good.
I got a bunch of sites, but if you want the lines, you could do like I do Bovada and stuff because
Well,
I like
no,
to see the betting
no,
lines.
we don't use Bovada. We use mybookie.ag, and we use that
Oh
exclusively.
yeah, definitely.
And we also use the promo code
Here, let me
North
hook you up.
South.
I'm gonna send this to you.
But also, when I use the stats for stats specifically,
So go
I
to
use
that. I sent you in
Typology.
Discord. I sent you a
Mm-hmm.
link. This is what I'm using.
Okay, ESPN. Oh, you know what? Also, UFC has a really good interface that nobody knows about that I found.
They do definitely. It's improved a lot because I used to go to the UFC.com webpage and it was totally trash. It really was. It was your typical like big corporation, don't know how to really do shit. Looks really nice, but doesn't have any information on it. Yeah, that was the old UFC.
Is it
The new one's a lot better.
UFC? There's another. It's like it's a subdomain. It's like a It's
Okay.
something.ufc.com. No one has ever shown this to me, and then I was looking up because I was trying to get like the odds and stuff for the bot I was making for the Discord a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, whatever. And I was trying to see if there was like a UFC scraper, but no one uses the site, and it has all the stats for every UFC fighter, and it has it's interactive. It has like like all the takedowns, everything, all the stuff that's available on the ESPN too. But it looks dope, but nobody knows about it. And I guess
You're probably
now
talking about UFCstats.com.
is that no. It's UFC.com, but it's like a subdomain.
Well, this is kind of a subdomain, but it's
No, this is ESPN. This is completely separate. It's a completely different.
no. I know. I'm not talking about ESPN. I'm talking about UFCstats.com.
UFC stats.
It has basically every fighter, dude, on the whole roster.
No. This is is this owned by the UFC?
I don't believe so.
No, it's not. I don't think
It's
so.
not. This is more like I like it though. Go to stats leaders. It gets a lot of stats in here and
I'll
records.
have to find it again.
You want
There's
to deep dive,
UFC.com. I'll find it. It's a fighter stats UFC. Let's see if I can find it. No, not UFC stats. Yeah, this is not. No one knows about this, and it's really nice.
Well, it's good.
I
You
gotta
should share
find
the
it now.
info.
I'd like to find it. New tool launch for UFC stats and. Oh, here we go. Is this it? Record book. Stat leaders. So statleaders.ufc.com.
Statleaders.ufc.com. That
Yeah,
sounds like a
nobody knows
multi-million-dollar
this.
betting site. You know what I mean?
It does, doesn't it? Nobody knows about this, I don't think. I mean, I'm sure people do, but like this is not like, oh, is this even it?
You might have found a different one. Look at you. Yeah,
This
it's the
is
same one that I pulled up.
no.
Yeah,
That
it
you
is.
pulled up?
Yeah,
The
it's the same
stat
one.
you sent me.
I know, but if you go to Stat Leaders on that link I just sent you, it takes you the same thing you're showing me right now.
That you
So,
sent me.
yeah. So, okay. It's the same site. Dude. Go to UFCstats.com, all right? And then on the top, there's events and fights, fighters, stat leaders. Click stat leader. It goes to the website you just linked me.
Oh no, well that doesn't. That's because they get the information from stat
Yeah, you're right.
leaders.
Then they're all connected, huh?
No, it's not that they're all connected. This
Oh,
is
that's
because
good though.
it's
I get what you
scraped
mean. I
from
get what you
this.
mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's smart. I like that.
But this isn't even the right one. There's another one too that's more interactive. So there's
Oh,
something
okay.
else. Yeah, yeah. There's a couple. They have a couple different like services that people don't really know about. But the reason why they took them down, they don't publicize them now, is because from what I've heard is that this all used to be free information, and then the analytics companies started getting really good with the betting,
Yeah.
and all of the like, from what I heard, apparently all the information on takedowns and defenses and all things got taken down, but that's not the case. It just seems to have been moved. So I don't know, but I found it now. I can't find it again. So whatever. It's there though. There's a bunch of different subdomains at UFC.com. Anyway,
One
cool.
thing
Let's
I
talk about the
noticed that
fights. No, go ahead. Sorry.
I think John Jones' title fight wins is untouchable, dude. I don't see anybody even close to even knock on that door. That's kind of crazy.
Volkov.
Oh, Volkov. He's
Yeah.
a intercontinental champion for Russia.
I think
John Jones, man.
Alexander the Great, man. Or not
Alexander the
Volkov. Sorry,
Great.
Volkanovski. What
Volkanovski is not even on that list, bro.
what list are you looking at?
Title fight wins, bro.
How many does he have?
14. Literally insane.
John Jones has 14 titles.
14 title fight wins. I mean,
And how many does
14 of his
Volkanovski
UFC
have?
fights was a title fight win. Volkanovski has a great record, but he's not even on the top 10 list at all. Israel is on the bottom with 6, so he has under 6 title fight wins.
Yeah,
How many times
okay.
has he defended? Like 4 or 5, so yeah.
Good point.
But John Jones has defended his shit 14 times. And the next active fighter, there's other active fighters, but ones that actually have a chance,
Mm-hmm.
is probably Valentina Shevchenko at 7.
Damn. Interesting.
Yeah, dude, that's a record that's not going to fall for a while. Because look at this. John Jones is at 14 right now. He still has the ability to win more title fights, obviously. George St. Pierre's retired. He ain't coming back. He has 13. Demetrius Johnson has 12. Maybe Demetrius might come back, but I don't know if he wins the title. I mean, it's been a while now since he's been around. Anderson Silva is done. He boxes now. He's at 11. Matt Hughes is gone. Amanda Nunes just lost. Her shit's over. Randy Couture, he's gone. Jose Aldo. I don't know. Jose Aldo might be able to win the title again, but that's a long shot, kind of. Not really a long shot. I like Jose a lot, but he's not the old Jose.
He's doing pretty good, to be honest,
He
right
is.
now.
He is doing
But
good, but like he's doing as good as like. But it's weird. Jose's a weird guy because he's been so dominant forever. Like back in the day, he literally was the GOAT of his division. And then Connor kind of knocked him down a few pegs, and he hasn't been struggling, but it hasn't like he came back. Like Aldo's back. It hasn't really been that moment yet.
well, yeah, I don't think it'll ever happen, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh, okay.
This is all personal opinions, but that's why we do this.
All right. So do you want to go through the lines again?
Yeah, let's do it. All right,
All
let's
right.
start it off.
All right. So JJ Aldridge versus Aaron Blanchfield. Aaron Blanchfield is a minus 520 favorite. I think we decided that made sense.
We definitely went with Blanchfield. She's most likely. I just don't think Aldrich has the wrestling to even give her a problem. So Blanchfield easily. She should win that. She should win that easily. There you go. She loses to UFC,
I think
right?
I remember I sided with. I actually like JJ, but I sided with you
I
on
like
this one.
JJ too, but it's about skill level. There's levels to this shit, right? That's what they always say.
All right, so then next fight's Renat Fakhretdinov versus Andreas Mikadikalikadikadis. I went with Renat, I think, right? I think I did.
Everybody goes over or not. I mean, I want to say everybody,
Renat's
but you know what I
minus
mean.
265. Dude, watching or the UFC 56. Sure.
Yeah, so okay, Renat
Whatever.
versus Andreas. So Andreas lost to Pereira. I think that was his last fight. He looked okay. He got caught with that nasty knee, but he took Pereira down. But that's not really a feat to me because Pereira's a kickboxer. I don't know, man. But yeah, definitely Renat because he's a monster too.
Oh
And
wait, no. I think I changed my shit last second because he beat Spicely. And I was like, Spicely doesn't count. Right.
okay.
Yeah. I remember
I'm
this.
definitely
Okay.
going Renat. Who do you got?
I think I was going with Andreas because he's actually fought 3 UFC fighters.
Okay,
It's a
you feel he
loss.
has better competition?
No, he lost, and then one was a. This is a fucking bad fight.
Think so? I think it might be pretty. This guy's 18-1 or not. I don't know though. He might be a phony, but are you really a phony at 18-1?
Well, how does he win? Let's look at his things. He wins by. He only shows the last like 5 fights on ESPN. Submission, knockout, submission, unanimous decision, punches. Whatever. He's a banger. Yeah, Renat's probably gonna win. Andreas can't win a fight.
Yeah,
He can win by decision, but he doesn't like win.
exactly. So I
Okay,
go with Renat. That's my
makes
pick.
sense. Makes sense.
Next one we got Jeff Molina versus Zalgaz Zugmalov.
Zalgaz. I think I went with Jeff Molina.
Yeah, I mean it's hard not to go with Jeff. He's been looking really great. He came off the Dana's fighting show, whatever it is. Forgot.
He's
Dancing with the
good on the
Stars,
mic.
whatever it's called.
Right.
Dana White's Contender Series.
Dana White's Dancing with the Stars
I
contender
always get it
series.
confused because it's like that's
It
the
does.
acronym for DW something like Dancing with Dana White's Contender Series. Like,
It
oh, okay.
does.
You know what I
It
mean? I've always thought like that. It was funny. I don't know why, but
it
it's
is
funny.
hard to
But I
say
seen
because
Jeff
of that.
Molina on it.
Yes.
He looked good in his UFC fights. He throws a lot of strikes. Probably get a knockout. I don't know. I have
Oh,
Jeff
this is a
Molina.
feed. Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
feed for
we
Molina,
said
and they're
this
gonna
last
get
time. We
this.
thought it was a
Yeah,
feed.
this one's a feed, and Zalgis is probably gonna get cut right after this one. Johnny Munoz versus Tony Gravely. Oh, it has the odds right here too, so that's nice. Good for you, ESPN. Gravely's a minus 140 favorite.
I like Munoz, man. I can see Munoz getting him to like shit. Do a sub, man. Honestly, I can see him subbing Gravely.
His loss was a decision, unanimous. Everything else was okay. 1 win, 1 loss, sub win, and then Gravely was.
Gravely's a decent vet. I mean, he's been in UFC a little bit. He's had quite a few fights in there.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough fight for Johnny.
Yeah, it's not a
I
walk in the
remember.
park.
No, I remember looking at Johnny's record too, like the full record. I don't think I was that impressed.
Yeah, I don't think Johnny's fought good competition, honestly. So
UFC is just a different breed. Yeah,
this might be easy fight for Tony. But you never know, dude.
Tony's a vet.
Tony is a vet. Sometimes you got to go with the vets just because they're vets. They've been around. They know all the tricks.
Okay. So, all
I could
right.
see Minos tapping him though. So I pick Minos by sub, but I wouldn't be surprised if Gravely won. It's just one of those fights. It's very close odds. It's 120. Gravely's a negative 140. It's like a pick 'em.
Sorry, I'm opening it up on SureDog. I actually kind of like it on SureDog. I don't know why.
I mean, the Sherdog's a great site. It's very old. Has a lot of info on it.
Um, yeah, it was just there was so much more information here right at my. So he's king of the cage fighter, right? Okay, whatever. Um, Nick Stolze versus Benoit Saint Denis or Benoit Saint Denis. Benoit is a minus 160 favorite, right? And he lost to Elizu.
Zoo, huh?
Elizu Zelensky dos Santos, I believe is his name.
Who do you have? You're still doing Munoz, right, in Gravely?
No. The Stoltzen.
Kevin moved on, but
Yeah,
no St.
Gravely.
Denis.
I think I'm going with Gravely on that one. He's just a
Okay, you
better
got
fighter than
Gravely.
that.
All right.
Yeah, the higher competition. Yeah, I'm on the next fight. That Nicholas Stoltze versus Benoit
Got you.
St. Denis.
Stoltze and St. Denis. I got Benoit, man. I like him.
Yeah, this is his
He's
last fight.
kind of a blanket.
This is a feed for Benoit and whatever
Think
his name
so?
is. Yeah, and Nicholas is probably going to get cut after this fight if he loses.
Really? Think so?
He's got two losses in the UFC. Yeah,
Ain't got no room for it. But you know what? But what's on this side is like America. It's hard to cut people not from America. 'Cause America just has all the fighters. Just being honest, we really do. There's just shit ton of U.S. fighters in the UFC,
So,
so it's very easy. It's hard to cut people like. There's a reason, like.
demographics. He's
Well, yeah.
German.
Look at the British fighters. I mean, a lot of them dropped a lot. They still stick around, and shit. And like Till's been losing, but he's a little mini star over there. If Till was from the U.S., I mean, he wouldn't be what he is. It's just
SGB Ireland. Ay.
SGB Ireland. They got the little Connor name tag now.
Anyway, I don't see him sticking around the UFC much longer.
I mean, come on, he's a Connor boy. Connor is like the biggest star in UFC. He'd be like, give my boy a fight. Never. What was Connor's friend that always got fights? He wasn't that good. What was his friend? His best friend?
You mean Gunnar Nelson?
No, the other one.
Oh, you mean Artem Lobov?
Yes,
You mean the greatest fighter of all time?
Yes, the greatest fighter of all time.
How dare you ever say?
I'm sorry, but I mean,
I don't think we can do a
fight?
podcast anymore. I'm
Really?
actually
Would you take
because I don't
Artem?
really think that's very nice what you just said.
Would you take Artem
I'm not
or
even
Diego
sure what you
Sanchez
said,
as
but
coach?
it's not a negative.
Diego
Artem is a guy.
Dude, why are you on this Artem train? What did he do?
Why am I on this Artem train?
Yes.
Why is everyone? I'm sorry,
Dude,
I didn't realize everybody
I'm
in
the
the
only
MMA
one not
community.
on this train.
I didn't realize anybody who knew anything about MMA is all of a sudden a bad person because they respect greatness.
I don't know about that.
The greatest.
Yeah, let's just say if I was coming up, I wouldn't have him be my coach. I would want Diego Sanchez as coach. I mean, come on now. Or like Connor's fucking what's his name? The one guy that was doing touch butt in the park. That guy's
Kavanaugh,
good too.
I think Kavanaugh's probably a good coach, but I think that gym is probably just dead.
Really?
Like
Connor has a lot of money though.
Yeah, but the thing is that like Connor is like he's too big, so it's literally just like. When Connor's there, like it's probably like, "Hey, Connor's here, cool." But then, like when it's not, it's just like fucking sucks.
It gets all dead. Everybody's sad as fuck. When's Connor coming?
Basically, it's just like it's like that.
Hey, Connor gets mad if you're not like praising him and shit when he's walking in.
Yeah, basically, and he probably comes in for like he says he's gonna come in, then he comes in like 2
hours
late.
Combo and leaves.
He comes in for like 10 minutes. Everybody's like mad excited. They have like shit like prepared for him. Then he leaves immediately. He's there for like he literally stops in and just shows off the new Lambo.
He fucking leaves and he's like, "Who the fuck were those guys?"
He doesn't give a fuck. He just like goes off and does fucking coke off some fucking hooker or some shit like that. Does not give a fuck.
Dude, I want to see Connor yelling at his coach. You know what happens? There's that relationship. He beats him up in the back.
Kavanaugh tells him to like do push-ups. He just starts punching him and shit.
Beating his ass. Hey man, Connor punching DJ in the
I fucking told you don't be telling me what to do, meme.
The fucking best.
Meme. All right. Okay.
You heard what he said about Masvidal, right? Called him a pigeon brain. He wants that fight.
Masvidal is a pigeon. Meme. No, I didn't hear what he said. I listened to some of the Masvidal interview, but it was not really that interesting. So I don't really care. We'll see. We'll see. When it happens, it happens. But I mean, I don't care about Conor. I think Conor should fight Tony. That's the fight I want to see.
Really?
feel like we said this the other day or whatever, but yeah, that's the fight I care about most. I think Conor should
The-
fight Tony. I don't think there should
Why
be
do
any
you
other
feel
fight
like he should fight Tony?
because Conor doesn't deserve anybody else. So we can rest that argument.
But you know damn well Dana thinks he deserves everything, right?
Yeah, but I also deep down inside, Tony has one more fight in him, and it should be Conor because Conor really has one more fight in him. And if he has more than one fight, then he gets to not fight
Do you like
Tony
Tony? Are
after
you a
that.
big fan of Tony? You
Not
seems like you
really.
want Tony to have a big payday.
Honestly, not really. But yes.
I kind of don't like Tony's attitude. It's kind of weird.
Well, here's the
Not
thing.
saying he's a weird guy because he is,
No,
but
he
he
is a
has a
weird guy.
weird, cocky attitude. That's weird.
But here's the thing, though. He broke character, and it's like he's been doing a character for fucking years. He broke character on DC shit, and it was hilarious. He tells
Like,
DC.
so how do you break character? Explain it to us.
So he's talking, and then DC starts talking over him. He goes, "Hold on, brother, I'm talking real quick."
Okay.
And then immediately he does a cheese smile and starts cracking up, and DC
Is that
starts
because
cracking up.
DC would fuck his ass?
Well, but it doesn't matter. It literally just doesn't.
They're
He
friends.
just
That's why.
he just did it so fast, and it's just like he immediately started to crack. They both started laughing,
Oh my god! Yeah.
but like they were
DC is
trying to
about
like
that?
keep it up. But like DC will like they realize the WWE aspect to MMA, and like honestly, like
Oh yeah, definitely.
Tony
man.
Ferguson's very cringy at it, but like that was the first time I was like, oh, he's not completely crazy. Like he realizes this is a fucking crazy thing he's doing, and it is kind of funny. Like I wasn't sure if he got that. You know what I mean? Like wasn't sure. Like he's drizzled fucking holy water on his wife. So it's like there's a fucking spectrum here, but like there's also that he is a man of the business to some degree, and like he's trying to promote himself, and he needs to look a certain way so people remember him. So
I don't know, man. Do you think he can come back from that?
I think he
fucking
should
punt,
fight
dude?
Conor. I think Conor. I think Conor.
You think he needs time off after taking that giant kick to the head?
I think Conor's legs are gonna not be the most dangerous thing on him, and I think Tony needs to fight Conor. That's it. That's really where my head's
Okay.
at. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I'm convinced because Tony only has one more fight, in my opinion.
Oliveira's
This is
calling
the
for
problem.
Conor.
Tony said that he can't remember shit anymore. He couldn't remember.
That's not a good thing to say.
That's what I'm saying. It's so and this is the problem with MMA in general. It's like John Jones just said this. He was like, I can't drink. I can't, with the amount of damage I've taken in the octagon, I can't drink. And that's not normal because people can drink.
Yeah, because remember
It's
he had a
when
drinking
they're
problem
beaten.
before.
Right.
That guy was crazy.
I mean, I'm sure he was nuts, but it's not the drinking per se that's making him do crazy shit. It's the fact that he has brain trauma.
You're saying CTE. These guys
Right.
have CTE, and it's obvious. That's what
And
you're saying.
it's not only obvious in him, it's obvious in almost like it's a
Yeah.
part of the sport. It's a significant part of the sport. You have a lot of fighters say crazy shit.
Most brutal sport there is. You would agree, right? I mean, there's the NFL. They take hard hits to the head. They do have head protection. I'm not
it's
going to
not
lie and say
so
those hits
quick,
don't
though.
hurt. Yeah, I'd say MMA. The gloves are very thin. It's only there to protect your knuckles from breaking.
People
They're not
start
boxing
swearing
gloves.
quickly. It's like insane, and it's like one of the ones that I hated the most was Michelle Watterson.
Okay.
Like her speech slowed down after I don't know what happened, but like she was fighting for a bit, and then all of a sudden she was like not. It wasn't like cute Michelle Watterson anymore. She was just like a little, just like slowed down. I was like, fuck.
Damn.
Man, this sport fucking gets everyone, man. And it's like you're signing that contract. You're signing that fucking contract with the devil, man.
Well, how do you know if it took Nate? I mean, that's a good case, right? Does Nate have CTE?
I mean, this is like it's just they all do. Every fighter has it a little bit. The
Yeah,
best
man,
of
I
them.
totally understand.
This
that.
is what I mean. Like this is why Chael and why like Khabib and why like if you're a fighter and you can speak eloquently into your like 40s, 50s, and 60s, you're a very unique case. The fact that Chael can talk shit so fluently is because he hasn't taken a lot of damage in his career. He's fought a lot, but he's a wrestler. He's taken damage, but he hasn't taken a lot of damage. He doesn't sit there and fucking bang. He's not Justin Gaethje. You know what I mean? Khabib
Justin
Never sat
Gaethje, you
there
gotta
and
be
bam.
careful because I see him having problems too. He loves to take those bombs.
That's what I mean, but it's not a lot of these fighters. It's not. Oh, they have a crazy personality. It's like no, there's traumatic experience. Justin Gaethje is probably one of the most cognizant of it. He's the one that says like, hey man, it's not normal what we do. Like this, it's not fucking normal to be taking punches at the head every day. We shouldn't be doing
Oh, I
this. This
know.
is not a normal lifestyle. Like he's one of the
That
people
just
that are
tells me
most
he's
like
aware of what's
right.
happening. You know what I mean? And
It
that's good
doesn't.
for him because some
It,
people they don't know any better, right? And they don't get out, and then they become Diegos. You know?
I mean, everybody has their limits as far as their self control, and it's like that self control gets further and further away from your grasp, the more damage you take. Every fight you go into, and Justin Gaethje's not taking any less damage every fight he goes into.
Yeah.
But like that. But what I mean, it's not any one fighter in particular. Sure, certain fighters can be like, you can say things to make fun of them. Like I'm gonna be one to do that because like I want to make a joke. Like it's gonna be funny to me, and I don't mean anything negative against any fighter because like I really do respect them. But it's like you're signing that contract. Like it's the moment you fight one fight professionally, even amateur, you're now saying, look it, I'm willing to lose a piece of my mentality, a piece of my motor ability, my cognitive skills, my cognitive ability to succeed in a sport. Like it's not like a question of whether or not it's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're lucky if you don't experience it to a drastic level, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You will have loss of memory. You will have situations where it's going to catch up with you. It's every fighter, and it's very sad. And this, I were we talking about Erie? Did we talk about Erie?
We haven't talked yet.
Didn't
Oh,
we
yeah, we
talk
did.
about? Didn't we talk
Yeah,
about
last
this?
week we did, or earlier in the week we
This
did.
is we literally talked about this last night. I'm pretty sure this was last night. We talked about this yesterday. It was Diego Sanchez, and I was like, this is the full turn. Maybe I don't even think this actually got into the podcast, but like, this is why like I'm worried about everybody liking Yuri so much, is because like I think he might just have very, very early onset CTE. Like this guy seems a little nuts.
Yeah. I can
And
see
like I
that.
like him, I respect him, and I get it. Like people,
Do you think
I
it's due to
also,
their fighting styles? Like, how about like Dominic Cruz, who can keep it all together and sound smart as hell? Is because his
I think
fighting style
he
preventing
definitely
him from taking that CTE?
he's got some issues going
You
on.
got some?
Something. He hasn't taken a lot of damage, but I mean, he hasn't. Come on, you're fighting. You're getting hit in the head. It's gonna affect your ability to be able to manage your emotions, for sure. Is he
Yeah.
not somebody that has said crazy shit about officials in the
Well,
octagon?
what about name a fighter that hasn't really shown you CTE then? Can you do that?
I mean, yeah, the best case example is really like fucking Chael Sonnen.
Chael? Yeah, Chael's
Habib,
pretty, he's pretty witty. He's
Chael,
kept it
Habib,
together. He's not
and
slurring. He's not
any
stumbling.
any wrestler, for the most part. But it's not. There's no way. You're getting cracked in your head once in a while. You're getting an up kick to the face, and you're getting dropped in training. Something's happening when those lights go out. You're losing something. You go to the dark side for a little bit. You only get so many chances. You only get so many paddles on that boat before
So what
you
happens?
can't come back.
5 years down the road, 10 years down the road,
Bro.
people they're having problems. Maybe some of these fighters commit suicide because CTE can lead to that. A lot of football players do it.
I think
So what
Dana's.
happens?
There's nothing really. It's the fighters sign themselves up for this. The sport
Yeah.
sells. Dana doesn't have any liability in reality. I don't know if he should. As far as the UFC as an organization, should they be responsible for people's CT? I think so. But like, how responsible can they really be, and how responsible have they not been
They say they
already?
spend $20 million a year or something on fighter safety. What does that mean? What's fighter safety? Is that medical bills or like what does that mean?
I don't know. But like, what is fighter safety? Not fighting, because that's fighter safety.
Right?
Okay, so what are we doing here? They have doctors in the fucking octagon going, "Oh, can you see?" And they're like, "Nah, no." And they're like, "Okay, he's good. Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
It's like it's not. There's no fucking safety in the UFC, man.
Do you think
We
that
gotta sell
doctors
these fucking
are
tickets
Do
next
you
week.
feel the doctors are under pressure when there's a crowd there either cheering or booing and they would, don't want to be perceived as the one that stopped the fight. I think that's a lot of it happening too. I think doctors are human like us. You know what I mean? I feel like they would let things slide like we do because they're human. And I always thought about that. I always thought, like, do they do that when they know something is wrong, but they don't want the backlash of stopping that fight? They'll let it go on. I'm sure that's happened before.
I mean, which doctors are like, hey man, I want to be a ringside doctor. Like, I really want to help people.
Yeah, maybe
You know,
people
I
that
was
are
gonna
fans of
be
the
a cancer
sport,
doctor,
fans
but
of the sport that get
I
like ringside seats. Maybe.
that's my point. It's
Yeah.
not. It's people who understand the business. It's not people who
Uh-huh.
are like, oh man, I really hope this guy's eye doesn't fall out. It's like, nah, man. You know, I hope. Okay, we're gonna get you to round 5, buddy. Don't worry about it. Like, it's not. It's totally not. Has nothing to do with like
How do you feel
making
about
sure
people
people's
grabbing the
well-being.
cage? Do you think the referee should just grab the hands and pull it off, or should he stop the fight and warn that person and then give him a point deduction?
It is essentially, here's the problem. It's a natural reaction, so it's like it's like telling somebody that they're not allowed to like put your hands in front of your nuts when someone's gonna kick you in the nuts. It's like
Yeah, got you.
I'm about to get spiked to my head. You mean I can't grab this? It's like you can't teach your body to not do that. So it's
Hmm.
hard to tell an
So you're
official.
saying you're an advocate for just let them put their hands in their
It's
cage
a
and
veteran
use it for
move,
grip?
man. It's
Yeah,
a
because
veteran
they
move.
kick feet out now. Have you noticed? They kick the feet out now. They don't let you launch off the cage anymore with your feet in it. They kick your feet out too now. They used to never do that. They used to let you use your feet all the time in the cage and
I, li-
push off
I
it, do things.
I like them sticking their fucking hands in the cage and shit and pulling fingers out and whatnot. But other than that, I mean, you pay attention to the fucking sport.
I kind of agree with you because let's take
Poke
into
people in the
consideration.
fucking eyes and grab the fucking cage. What
Yeah,
have you not been watching MMA for the past
yeah.
fucking 20 years? Are you retarded?
Let's take this into
Do those
consideration.
things.
Look at the position that a wrestler would get when he takes somebody down next to the cage. It's good, but they'll drag them to the middle of the mat, right? Because the person will use the cage to get up. So it's kind of like if that's an advantage to bring him into the middle, why can't the guy that's on the cage have the advantage of using the cage? The same reason you're pulling him away, so you couldn't use the cage to get up easily. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, I think
So
things that are not understood in the UFC. I mean, in reality too, Jan kind of did the right thing, even though it didn't go the right way for him. But like
it's a freak injury, right? That
illegal
normally doesn't
blows,
happen.
no, illegal blows are very beneficial to the guy who dealt them, and they usually and like
Yeah,
here,
I get what you
okay,
mean.
you're not fighting for a title, and you've never missed weight before, and you're worried about your upcoming fight. Miss weight, poke people in the eyes, kick them, low blows. Low blows are legal. The first 3 low blows are pretty much
That's
legal.
pretty true. I've seen it a lot. I'm
Poke
like, why is
people
this
in the
guy
fucking
getting
eyes.
kicked in the nuts?
Grab the fucking cage, you dumbass. Punch people after the fucking bell. If Herb Dean's not pulling you off the fight's not over. That's actually the rule. It has nothing to do with
Yeah.
them ringing the bell. So these are that's 5 rules. You want to be a better UFC fighter? Don't fucking you're a killer, all right? The Herb Dean's job is to officiate. So let him do that. Kill the fucking other guy. Poke him in
Yeah.
the fucking eyes. Pull his fucking do shit that's fucked up.
Well,
You're
the
supposed to
person
do that.
that's listened to that is the best fighter ever. It's John Jones.
Right.
And he's the master of all of that you just named.
And I'm not saying that John Jones is a nice guy, and I'm not saying I sound smart. I'm just saying that this is the reality of the game. Is if you want to be successful in fighting, you try
You got
to
to get that
kill your
edge.
opponent. Vitor Belfort wasn't fucking worried about the bell. He's worried about fucking kicking your head off.
He
Or
wasn't even worried
not
about the
getting
needle
started.
either.
Whatever.
Peter Belfort did not care about steroids. He used it to his
Nobody.
advantage.
Every advantage you could
Yeah,
get.
if you ain't using
DC, grab the
steroids, you're
towel.
probably a shitty fighter.
What are we doing? You guys look at it's not just the fighters, guys, okay? Like, hello. Come on. Where do you think they got the ideas from? All right? Papa fucking Uncle Dana, all right? There's a reason why the UFC is the UFC. Sometimes you have to cut corners in order to fucking be first. All right. And that's what they did. That's what they've been doing. Okay. Sometimes you fudge the numbers. Sometimes the scales don't fucking work right. But guess what? The show goes on. And we had the fucking title fight, didn't we? That's why the whole Oliveira shit doesn't really make sense. It really doesn't make
I didn't
sense.
like that half pound. Didn't get his title.
It doesn't make sense,
whatever,
man.
bro.
This is unheard of
That's
shit. He just didn't want to make the weight. It's hard to do it. Now, there's multiple
They did
things
say
here.
something was messed up with the scale. Even Joe Rogan said the scales were
Right.
fucked up. So
People conceded that the scales are fucked up. On top of it, he said they gave him time to go back and do it, and he was like, I didn't really feel like it. It's there's a lot of things that just don't make sense. Like, first of all, like this in the Illuminati of the UFC could have just taken care of this. Nobody would have known. Nobody would have cared. Like, the guy who's controlling the scales could have just been like, yeah, 155. He's good. No one would have known or cared. Right? Like, Dana could have slipped him a 20, whatever the fuck. Like, this happens. This does happen. I'm sure it's happened. I don't know about whatever, but I'm sure it's happened somewhere down the line. This is probably a non-issue right from the beginning.
yeah.
But here's the thing. You have Conor McGregor just going, I need a fucking fight. And I'm not just going to fight. Like, Charles Oliveira doesn't really matter. And he can't fight Charles Oliveira with a belt. But he can fight
He's
Charles
not going to beat
Oliveira.
Charles Oliveira. Come on.
But you can sell the fight now because
Yeah, you can sell that fight. You can sell Conor fighting the midget, right?
But you can't have Conor fight for a belt. But you can have Conor fight the belt holder that doesn't have the belt.
Exactly.
And now all of a
so
sudden
if Conor
Charles
wins,
makes more money. If Charles wins, Charles stock goes to the roof. If Conor wins,
easily.
holy shit.
Connor's
The MMA gods are smiling upon of us.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a
Pot of
shot
gold
of
is
proper.
back. The end of the rainbow is back.
Let me get me shot of proper.
Now look at Connor's situation. He beats Oliveira, right? That's not for the belt, but he did beat the champ. What position is he in now? He can do anything he wants.
Wait, if who wins? If
Conor beats Oliveira.
That's what literally this is what I'm saying. That
Yeah.
This
agree.
all Dana may have seen this ahead of time. I don't know. I don't really know how the deeper side of the UFC works. Like, I'm assuming that we can all assume that everybody's like honest and tells everybody the truth. But like right after all this shit went down, Dana was saying like, "Hey man, don't you really want to see what's his name? Oh shit, what the fuck is his name? The guy that looks like they made him the Stephen Hawking meme. Islam Makhachev.
Okay.
Don't you want to see Islam Makhachev versus Oliveira? And it's like, no, that's not what we were thinking. But he's willing. He was like trying to preface, I'm going to ruin the Beneil and Islam fight for Conor and something else. That was what's supposed to be happening. And then all of a sudden, after the Charles Oliveira and whoever he just fought fight.
Charles Oliveira and Gaethje?
Yeah, after that fight, he was like, "Oh, he should fight Islam." And it's like,
okay, yeah.
He should have fought a while ago, and that's no one was thinking that just because of that. But now he's talking about how he's willing to fuck up.
I want Islam to fight Oliveira, and I'll tell you why. Because I believe that if Oliveira defeats Islam convincingly, Khabib will come back.
What? No.
He'll come back to challenge Oliveira for the ultimate GOAT status.
Khabib weighs 260 pounds, dude.
He's been training his whole life since he was a baby. He'll get back in the fighting shape.
Khabib can't make 155.
He's in his young 30s. He's not old.
Khabib cannot make 155. I promise you.
He probably can. He'll fight about 165.
He can't make 155.
Do you think they make if Conor said, I want you to make a 165 division, do you think Dana would do it for him?
No, because Conor's been probably saying this for fucking years.
What if he's like, I'll never fight again unless you make that division?
He's too small for 170. Yeah, I mean,
I know, but he says he feels comfortable there. That makes me feel like he just wants to do it no matter what.
It doesn't.
It's kind of a weird thing.
Habib's out. Habib's been out.
He's talking about fighting Usman, man. You know that, right?
Habib's talking about fighting Usman?
No, I'm talking about
Connor?
Yeah, Conor wants to fight Usman too.
Connor's not fighting. Connor is talking about fighting everybody because he's keeping his brand relevant. It has nothing to do with his actual potential of fighting anyone.
But don't you think it's funny that everybody calls out, fucking jumps right in, like, let's do it?
He will most likely fight Oliveira. I do think that that's the fight to make because Oliveira doesn't have a title and he's the biggest name in the division, and Connor can cut weight and make that fight most likely, hopefully.
Yeah, but what about
might
the
be a
purity
problem
of
there.
the
He might not be able to
sport,
make it
though?
happen.
You know,
that doesn't exist, and it doesn't matter because Charles Oliveira doesn't hold a belt.
tell them, tell
is
our
my
audience
point.
why it doesn't exist, Uncle.
No, but this is I literally that's what I've been saying is that the whole thing is a fix. Why didn't Charles Oliveira just keep his fucking belt? We didn't have to know about his weight. This could have been something that was swept under the fucking rug and no one would have ever known.
True.
Charles Oliveira is supposed to fight Connor. Dana is going to make this happen. Connor is going to get a belt, like most likely fight for a belt if he beats Charles, he fights for a belt.
Charles is very
if
hittable.
Charles
He's been
drops out,
rocked.
if Charles drops out of the fight, guess what? Connor is now fighting for a belt too. There's because Charles doesn't have a belt and he is the true title holder technically, right? He's the lineal champion technically,
Yep,
right?
he
And
is.
and Connor can fight him. Connor should fight him. That is that is literally the only fight to be made. But you have this question: what's up with Beneil and Islam? And that's why Dana was like, "Oh, well, maybe we'll do Islam versus Charles Oliveira." It's like, motherfucker, no, you're not. You're literally bullshitting me right now. You're bullshitting me because you're gonna put Connor versus fucking Charles Oliveira, and that shouldn't happen. But it's because it shouldn't happen because you have the title. The title doesn't exist. The title doesn't matter. And you have fucking Islam, who's probably supposed to be the champion right now, fighting Beneil, who I think just dropped out and doesn't even know if he's gonna ever fight again or whatever. Who also CTE. So whatever, this is the whole fucking division's fucked right now. And it's because Charles doesn't have a belt. And it's like, did that really even need to happen, Dana? Are you that much of a fucking... Are you really Vince McMahon? Did you really just
is
fucking...
Vince McMahon, dude.
Did you
He's
just,
daddy.
screw job the fuck out of this? Because I can't really tell what happened here. I don't really know what I'm looking at.
Maybe it was a power struggle because I remember when Connor had a lot of power back in the days when he was double champ and he was saying all this shit and Dana was like, stop. It kind of made the company seem like they couldn't control the fighters, and that's ultimately what Dana and them always want to do. They want to have control of the fighters. That's why Dana and them always fight against unions and all these other things.
Right.
They need that control. You can't have Connor running off, talking shit about UFC or even taking fights, with other organizations or shit like that.
Connor was talking all that goddamn shit right when they were about to sell. He probably fucking knew. They probably told him over dinner, hey, man.
Yeah, he said, I'm the reason they sold it for $4 billion. He said this.
He's right.
He said, I'm the reason they sold it for $4 billion.
But he was supposed to keep his fucking mouth shut and just be cool, and then he went off and was like, I'm the reason. I need more money. Blah, 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 blah. Give me more money. Proper.
Yeah.
And in reality, he's partially right. And it's like, well, I guess we learned our lesson. Don't share secrets with our fucking talent.
Because what are the fighters doing right now?
Everybody.
We just had one
John
of the fighters.
Jones and Ngannou, basically. Ngannou almost fucked up his contract. Everybody thinks they can pull Connor.
They all want more money.
You're not going to be fighting in the UFC if you try this shit. UFC is not what it was before they sold to or Endeavor. And also, Endeavor's not fucking around. This is their only asset. They were a $25 billion company. They're like a $10 billion company now, and they bought the UFC for $4. And the UFC's went up in value. So
definitely.
You tell me where the money is.
They've done good business in COVID era.
The only reason why Endeavor's still afloat is because of fucking UFC. So Dana can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, dude. Part of the Endeavor contract was they'll only buy the UFC if Dana stays there and still does being Dana White, because Dana was the face of this stuff, basically. He was the face of MMA. He's not truly the face of MMA, but yes, he literally is a godfather of this sport.
There's once Dana's gone, in my opinion, there's only one person that can replace him. I believe Ali.
It will have to be a fighter, don't you think?
No, Ali Abdelaziz will do it.
No, he's not, dude.
I 100% believe he will be next in line. 100%. He has the connections with all of the Muslim community. So that's done, right? And then he's also very good with fighters. He has the best fighters on his roster. He understands the game. everybody respects him besides like fucking stupid like
Does his
fans.
power go away when his fighters lose, though? Say Usman
I don't think
loses and these other big
that's
fighters
not.
lose.
But his
You know
fighters
what I
don't
mean?
lose. He
They don't.
doesn't.
Yeah, they
When is
don't.
that?
I agree.
That's never been a thing. That's the reason why he's so. He understands what talent is, and not only does he understand it, he cultivates it, and he's able to he captures it first of all, and then he's able to cultivate it. So like he's like, no, you're talented. You're with me. I'm managing you. And it's never a question. It's never like, oh yeah, who's my manager? It's like he's got like fucking tons of champions. They all want to go to him. In my opinion, he's little baby Dana, and he'll always be that. Like maybe he won't run the UFC, probably not really. But I don't know anybody better, like at face value, that's public that I've ever seen. Like it's not gonna be Ariel, right? Like
Oh no,
who
Dana hates him, doesn't he?
no, but I'm just saying, like, who else has like who's like a public face that you've
I
seen
feel,
that,
I
like,
feel,
manage the UFC?
I don't think Ariel would manage the
Definitely not
UFC. I
Ariel. I'm
feel
just
like
saying.
Ariel definitely has a big future in MMA, especially like he's young still, and there's a lot of years left, and he could remain in that spot for a long time. He'll only get more popular. I think Ariel has a crazy
Here's the
future in
problem.
MMA.
Here's the problem, right? With Ariel, you have the rankings. The rankings are something that are devised by the media, and everybody goes like,
Yeah,
"Hey
yeah,
man,
of course.
hey man, what's the deal with Connor? Why is Connor still in the rankings?" And then Ariel goes, "Hey man, isn't it weird? Like Connor's still like on the rankings? It's like you're the one who fucking put him there."
Yeah, I get you.
What are you talking about? Like, this isn't some mystery, dude. Like, you're the reason why we're still talking about him. Take him off the fucking rankings. Like, the only reason why you exist is because this one individual, and you're the one promoting him up in the league that we're all supposed to care about. And nobody really fucking should care about him. The only people that do are like random casual people. And it's good. It's good for the sport. It makes people, it brings eyes to it, and it brings attention to the sport. But in reality, he's full of shit. Like, Dana's kind of right. Dana's kind of right about Ariel. Like the
Yeah,
whole thing with Brock Lesnar and everything, like
yeah.
I kind of get Ariel's side
No,
of it, and
I
like
get it, but
Dana
no,
went a little
I get
far.
Dana's side of it.
But like also don't leak that shit. Like your press pass, like we don't have to let you be part of this. That was like privy shit. Don't. That's clearly we're like getting ready to sell. Like we're trying to make everything a big secret. Like don't
Honestly,
fucking
I
leak
think Dana even
information
had a
out.
bigger problem with that because Ariel kept defending himself and didn't just be like, "All right, you know what? You're right, Dana. My bad.
Exactly.
I didn't mean to do it like that. I had other intentions, but you're right. I shouldn't have
Right.
done that." If he just said that, he would. It's not. You know what I mean? It's like saying no contest when you're pleading in court. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Just there has to be a middle ground. You got to give people an out.
Exactly. And if you could show that kind of side to yourself, Dana would probably have been like, "All right, it's cool, Ariel. You know, we just don't do it again, dude, and come back." You know.
Yeah, and it's like, and I'm not saying that what Dana did afterwards is right either, but it's like you're picking a fight with the devil. Like Dana, the
Yeah, I know,
devil
man.
wouldn't fucking do what like Ariel does.
Yeah, I
He's
get you.
scared of Dana.
But isn't Ariel known? Isn't Ariel known for? Why do fighters hate Ariel? Because he kind of instigates, doesn't he? He's known for instigating. You would say that's his job, right? That would be your
To some, I
response.
don't think he understands what his job is to some degree because
Okay.
when you ask somebody like, "Hey, so it's true that you've been to jail?" Okay, I don't want to talk about that. Okay, so it's true that your dad's been to jail. Are you joking? Is it a joke? Because like I understand if you have a certain relationship and like they are kind of cool with each other and whatnot, but like there is a certain understanding with people that like like this is it's the same thing that like Mike Tyson when he got upset with the guy who's like talking like, "Hey man, you went to jail for rape." It's like, why are we fucking talking about that right now? I didn't come on your show to talk about like my fucking rape conviction. Yeah, that's a part of my history, but dude, you're a fucking asshole. Like like this is an interview and this is a privileged time you have access to my attention. Like, ask me something that I want to talk about.
Yeah, I agree.
And Ariel thinks like, oh no, I'm a fucking journalist. Look at me being cute. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, I don't like you now.
I
How's that?
agree. Ariel likes to play the victim, and like I don't know why he likes to wear his, I would say, his feelings on his sleeve because he'll cry and stuff, and it's just like I don't really care about that stuff, but it's like Ariel, dude, just
He's the best
man
in the
up in a
business.
way. He
He's the best
definitely
in the
is, man.
business,
He's
and
a
I
great
love him. Like,
interviewer.
he's
Yeah, and
great
he's good,
content.
but he's
But
kind of always playing the victim though. He does
I
that
don't
shit.
like his attitude sometimes, 100%. I like that. I like where his heart's at. I like where his mind's
How
at.
about his attitude change though? I like what he's been doing recently, where they're telling him to stick up for himself and talk shit. And I liked when he eviscerated Brandon Schaub. I thought that was hilarious. Holy
You
shit!
know, I feel bad for Brendan Schaub too, and I was it's funny that we're talking about this because like I used to defend Brendan Schaub, and
I
then he got
know.
into it with Ariel, and that's when I kind of was like, "What? This is kind of
Yeah.
weird." And then the same shit happened with Bobby Lee. I don't know if you pay attention to like Tiger Belly at all. You
No, so I
might
don't really
actually.
I don't know. Like I never watched like Fighter and Kid like that. I know Brandon Schwab from the UFC and some of
That's. I
his
mean, I
Joe
used to
Rogan
love it,
stuff.
dude. Below
And
the
that's
belt.
fine.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fine. I mean,
well,
people
Big Brown
people
Breakdown.
love MMA. They just love people talking about it. You know what I mean?
I used to love that shit, man. I mean, and like I've never liked his stand up or anything like that, but like I would be like, look at
Yeah.
man, his stand up sucks. I've never really watched it, and I don't really know that for a fact, to be honest. I'm just going off what everybody else's opinion
So
is.
say it. So like, I know the general consensus is Brandon Schaub's comedy sucks, but he's like filling out. Do you think these are paid people coming into his shows or something? Like, imagine sitting down at a Brandon Schaub show. Do you see people actually like having a great time there? Or
I've heard. I don't want to speculate. I have heard some weird things about his shows that aren't like great in his favor. But
okay,
aside from that, though, like it doesn't matter. Like most of the people that hate him on him are like still his like fans of his podcast and shit, and like would listen to his podcast, like listen
well,
to it all the way through.
let's go deeper into this though. Go okay. So since he's Joe's friend, he probably brought up the conversation like, "Hey, I want to do stand up." He probably did his stand up in front of Joe and them. I wonder what they thought of it and what they
No,
said
they've
to him.
told him, and then they've told him.
Oh,
They've
they
even
have.
said it. They were like, "You're not supposed to be doing this."
There we go. I love when they're honest, man.
Everybody has said that. Like Joey
Okay.
Diaz is. Everybody is. I mean, he's known amongst the comedians as like the guy that's not really supposed to be doing that. But at the same time,
Do
I
you think
don't
it's more
blame
of like
him.
it's okay because we know it's a gimmick kind of thing, or does
He's not
Brandon
a
Schaub
gimmick.
actually think he's really
Brendan
funny?
Schaub is not unfunny. Like he's funny. He's a funny person. I don't know about his stand up, but he's a funny person. I definitely
Okay,
prefer podcast stuff. And
I
in
got
general,
you. I
like
got
I
you.
don't. There's like this like I don't really watch stand up anymore. Like even Louis C.K. recently, like I can't even get into it. Like I
Hmm.
don't care. The only
Do you
stand
think
up
it's because of the political environment and the way things are? The
it's just
comedians can't really
fucking
be themselves
boring.
anymore.
It's boring. Like
I
it's
get you.
boring. It's just the same shit. I don't like knowing the fact that like you're gonna be saying the same joke tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and you're just expecting a laugh at this point in time. I like when people are off the cuff funny, like on a podcast. Like you're making a joke at the time, and that's funny then, and it's recorded. You don't need to say it again.
Yeah.
Like it's just an antiquated form of humor, in my opinion, and I get it. And it's like some people want to go out and just have fun that night, and it's an art form. But in reality, to me personally, like I've watched a lot of stand up, and at this point, it's underwhelming for me.
Yeah.
But like I love stand up comedians. I just rather listen to them in podcast format, not stand up format, because they're very funny. Like, and the best example of that before podcast was like the Opie and Anthony show. Like I used to love Opie and Anthony.
Okay. I remember them. Opie and Anthony.
Patrice O'Neal is like my favorite
That
comedian
was
of
an
all
ESPN
time.
show, wasn't it? It was in the morning,
No,
right?
no, 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 no. It's
What
like
was
it was like
this?
a Sirius XM show for a while.
Oh, okay. I
They were
remember those
like
names so well, though.
I think they were up in Buffalo for a while or like Boston, I forget, or like they did both. I forget what the fuck it was, but like they were like kind of like underground upstate New York radio. And then they became mainstream New York radio, and then they got bought by Sirius, and then they got into like a feud with like Howard Stern. It's pretty
Okay.
wild.
How do you like Howard Stern? No, it's off
Mm,
topic, but
he's good. I
I
like
like.
Howard Stern. I don't like not per like I don't hate on him. Any of those guys, man. Like I all that shit was way before its time. Howard
Yeah.
Stern was like breaking censorship laws way before anybody else, doing crazy shit. He used to have like fucking like prostitutes like masturbate on microphones and shit. He used to like, yeah. Did you ever watch Private Parts? I used to love that movie. I saw that movie when I was
Yeah.
like 10. Oh my fucking god, dude! I used to love Howard Stern,
You
man.
got a lot of inspiration from
Oh man, did I? Did I?
him.
No, for real though. I love Private Parts. But yeah,
We're gonna,
I mean him, Joe Rogan, all those people. Like I love all those
yeah.
those types of dudes. I don't know how the fuck we got.
So let's take it back real quick. We're gonna get
Mhm.
back on topic, guys. We're calling the fight, and we
We
stopped over
we
at
were
Nicholas
doing
Stolze.
odds, but yeah, now this just became the
So
premium. Yeah.
we're just gonna bring it back real fast, and we're gonna go through it once again, real quick. We picked Aaron Blatchfield versus JJ Aldrich. Okay, we picked Aaron
Are
to
you
win.
really trying to go back that far?
No,
Oh
I'm just
man.
gonna go through them real quick. It's gonna take literally 30 seconds. We picked Renat, or actually, I picked Renat. He picked Andreas. He felt Andreas was gonna win. We both picked Jeff Molina. Right. I picked Johnny Munoz. He thinks Gravely is gonna get him. And then we're at Stolze versus Benoit. So this is what we're doing now. So there you go. We wrapped it up real quick.
Cool. So we got through all the fights that no one's gonna fucking bet on.
Yes.
Again.
No, yeah. Unless you're
And
hardcore
it
better.
only took us. It only took us twice as long as last night to do it.
Yes. This is a podcast, though. You know, so it's not like a straight fight breakdown. You know what I mean? I guess we could do those on the side if people really wanted just a fight breakdown. We could just make a separate video just to the straight.
No.
Fight
What I want to do is I want to do the odds on the free version.
breakdown.
And then I don't want to do ads and stuff on the premium content because then you're pumping shit on premium stuff. It doesn't really make sense. So I definitely want to get the odds out during the free one, which is why I want to just go through all the odds really quickly and then just continue talking. But then we end up just doing 5 odds and then just talking. So I don't know how the fuck I'm going to release this. I think I'm just going to release this whole thing as maybe even just as a free / premium one because it doesn't really matter anyway. I might as well just release them all the premium ones as free currently, just because no one's listening to them otherwise. Didn't really think about that until recently. We'll figure that out. Doesn't matter. Anyway.
So let's go back.
Let's just actually finish the fucking odds
okay.
here.
So we're on Damon Jackson. Actually, we got Nicholas Stolze versus Benoit. We think this is what's it called? A feeder for Benoit and Stolze. This will be his last fight in UFC if he loses. That's what we said.
That's what I said.
Yes. Now we're going to Damon Jackson.
Dan Argueta. I feel like we chose Dan Argueta, right? Is that what's going on?
Yes, but this wasn't a feeder fight. This is a hard fight because he's not a slouch.
Damon Jackson's 20-4. Oh no. Loss, KO, TKO, submission, unanimous decision, KO, TKO, submission. Damon Jackson's got some fucking fights on him. Okay.
He definitely does.
Dan Argueta. Oh, this is the one where the guy's fighting out of his weight class.
Okay.
Dan Argueta is a 125.
Oh yeah, the one. Yeah. 135er fighting a 145er.
Yeah, he's filling in. So this is his first fight in the UFC.
He did beat his last fight was in LFA for the championship. He won it. So that's how he got a shot in UFC. He was the champion from LFA.
He's 8-0, but he's fighting. This is a fight at 145. It's featherweight. Right? So there you go. That's your little asterisk on the fucking fight here. Now, what's the odds? Damon Jackson is minus 670. So if you want, if you want to bet $5 on Daniel Argueta, he's a plus 470 underdog.
Yeah. There's some stats though. I mean, Damon Jackson's almost 6 foot.
Oh yeah,
Dan's 5'7".
Yeah, you will lose your money, but you could also win some money. Especially if you bet it at mybookie.ag and you use promo code NorthSouth. Especially that in that case. Okay. Yeah, so that's that. Joe Selecki versus Alex Da Silva. I think we went with Joe Selecki here. Did my Discord disconnect? Is that what's going on?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
I can't ever tell now.
You know, we're not in Discord. We're actually in a live studio in New York and downtown.
Live.
It's very professional.
From the North South Position Studios in New York City.
Carson Daly's doing our top 10. We're in Times Square.
Taped in front of a live studio audience. Fellows at 30 Rock Studios live.
So tell us, Uncle, you ever went down and seen Saturday Night Live?
No.
You never went.
I worked briefly at The Daily Show.
How was that?
Yeah,
Was it
it's
when Jon Stewart was doing it?
yes.
Oh wow.
I worked one day at The Daily Show. Very
One
brief.
day? That's damn. I'm surprised you lasted that long.
Yes. I left. It was I was interning for a comedian and then
Intern. How does that go?
well, so I wasn't really at The Daily Show. That's the way that they were projecting it. It was a comedian who worked at The Daily Show and I was interning at him, but they made it seem like I was working at The Daily Show and I was like, this is not
Hey,
me
you should
working
have
at The
used
Daily
that
Show.
on some chicks.
There was well whatever. There's this another story there. That night was
I
pretty
mean,
fun.
like you ain't a man if you ain't using that to your advantage.
No, that night, whatever. I got a ride home with one of the girls. It was
There
nice.
you go. I was working with Jon Stewart, gave him some coffee.
Interesting event. Anyway, Joe selected for Alex De Silva. Why do I feel like I don't care about this fight? Is this a pick'em toss up?
Yeah.
Yes, minus 170, plus 140. Joe Selecki. That one doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So wait, was this the guy you're telling me that Alex De Silva had the fake record, the 21-3? His
No,
record's
no, no,
some
no, no,
different.
no, no. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get
Oh,
there.
you're
We'll
talking
get
about
there.
Asar, huh?
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
so. Felice Herrig versus
Okay. So
Carolina. Oh, and this is the one that's minus 110
this
versus
is
minus
I don't
120.
care about fight, and
This is
I picked Carolina because she beat Felice before.
we all want everybody wants Carolina to win because she retired and she's gorgeous and we all love her.
You just want to have her babies.
And I want to have her inside of me and have her babies inside of me.
That'd be hot.
It would be nice.
Who's the girl with the big mole? Oh yeah, it's Claudia. I like her.
Oh, she's my favorite.
Nah, dude, that's mine. I called her.
No, I've been called.
You already have Carolina. Whatever
I
her
get
name is.
both of them.
Damn,
You can
just
have any of the
claiming
other
it.
ones.
Man, I get Alonzo Manifield in.
If I have her, have them.
I will have.
That's mine. That's my man. All right, ask her.
You know I'm picking Manifield. That's my man.
That's my man. You know this. I lost my.
He gonna beat the shit out of that Ukrainian. Sorry, Ukraine. He's getting his ass whooped.
Where's my fucking? Yeah, so Asker Mazarov, his record was 27-3, and now it's 19-12. And so the odds, I think yesterday the odds were like way different. Now they're probably fixed. Alonzo Menifield's minus 250. No, that seems right. I would go with that. PPC, yeah, this guy has 3 wins, and then he won the Kratos Cup. Oh, he's a Ukrainian fighter, dude. This is
It's a trap fight. He's gonna be fighting for Ukrainian. God damn it!
I think this is just like let's get a Ukrainian
You're saying
guy
he's
in the
gonna.
card.
Oh my god! You think the Ukrainian gonna win, huh? You're telling
Well,
me
because
it's
there's a lot of Russian.
upset?
This card's at like 1 p.m. right? Like this is 1 p.m. on Saturday. By the way, guys, I think this is the last thing I say in the other thing that before we cut out, but it's 1 p.m. Saturday, so make sure you're not missing the fight if you're watching it. Yeah, they just have a Ukrainian on the card, just to have a Ukrainian on the card, perhaps. He has no stats. There's no stats listed. So,
dude, I don't know anything about this guy.
This guy doesn't. That could be Zelensky for all I know. I have no idea. That guy. That might not even be. That guy might not even be there. It might just be a digital. That could just be a 3D.
It's gonna be like a Tupac hologram. So
that might be like Epic Unreal Studios.
Yeah, they're just gonna hologram a fighter on there.
Yeah, he's this. Alonzo Mendenfield is just gonna shadow box.
Wouldn't that be like the best shadow boxing like acting ever? Yeah, I could put Rocky to shame.
Okay, Ode Osborne versus Azargu Adashev. Minus 190, plus 160, minus 190 for Ode. I think you picked Ode, right? I think you did.
I picked Ode. I like Zaruk. Yeah, even though he's 4-3, he's fought really good competition. So I wouldn't really care about that 4-3 record because, like I said, he's fought good people. So I give it to Ode though. I think Ode beat him.
Oh, he's fucking people.
Korean
I see.
Silva versus Poliana. This one,
We split on this one.
we
I think
did. You did. I think
you.
you picked Poliana, didn't you?
I forget here. No, Poliana. No, Poliana is getting fucking rocked. Hold on.
Yeah, I picked Silva because Silva's gonna. She has 4 sub attempts to fight, so she's probably gonna be
Yeah, and the
going
other
for
chick
that ass.
only yeah. I think
Yeah,
I switched here because I was gonna go with Poliana because she's so cute, but then she only gets decision wins and barely that. Um,
we got Michael Trizano versus Lucas Almeida.
yeah, Kareen might be a good pick on that one. It's a pick 'em fight. It's minus
Yeah,
110, minus
yeah,
one
it is.
twenty on my bookie,
I
but
like Korean on it.
Kareen, that's a good. I think Kareen's a good. That was like a
Hope
good parlay
Poliana's
thing.
gonna stay on the outside. She has the reach. She's gonna try to pepper her and get her away from her, and I think Korean will tie her up and submit her. Pretty much, I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Lucas Almeida, Mike Trizano, right? That's the next one.
Yep, Trizano's the favorite. I like Lucas Almeida. I think this is the one people will think it's an upset, but I just think it's Almeida. It's just this is where I think the odds are wrong. I'm not saying Almeida should be the favorite, but I think he's a lot better than
Guillotine.
people think he is.
He lost a decision on Dana White's. Then he's got Jungle Fight. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to the other duder.
I like Trizano. He's a decision fighter. I mean, there's nothing else to really say. He's gonna hold on to you, man. He's gonna try to
Hakeem
sweep
Dawood.
you, and he's gonna try to hold on you, guy.
Decision.
He's gonna put his head into your chest, and he's gonna try to pass your guard. But he's not an active fighter. If you're a DraftKings guy, I mean, like you might score a lot of points on him
Yeah,
if
I
he's a
think
decision.
you said you think Almeida is gonna win by. Dude, I think Almeida is
I,
gonna win
I think
this.
I'm gonna win. I'm not calling what he'll win by, but I don't know because Trezano is actually very top heavy and he'll get your ass down. So, and you got to really got to see the fighter how he fights
He
against somebody that's good at
he
taking you
hasn't
down.
won by submission since 2017.
Mm-hmm. Who you're talking about right now?
I'm talking about Trezano has not won
Okay,
by submission since
so that's what I
2017.
mean. He'll put his head in your chest and he wants dominant position on top. Maybe throw some elbows at you. He wants to win like that. It's
No, but my point is that he's probably only gotten submissions on people that he's like weak competition.
okay.
So Lucas Almeida is a serious Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy
He
who's
is.
probably going to go
And
in
that's
there
what
and
I mean. Like
dominate
Almeida is
Trezano.
being slept on, and that's why I'll take Almeida in this fight. He's the
Yeah, me too.
underdog. He has a good
That's
chance.
that's some good
Chisano
money right
could
there.
easily take him down and put his head in his chest and do that boring shit, but it is what it is. We got Dan Ige versus Mozart Evelov. I don't think Ige has a chance, but I like Ige,
No,
but I don't think he has a chance.
no, I like Ige, but I don't think he has a chance. But I like Ige,
Um,
and he's grown on me as well.
Dan Ige is 15-5. He's been in a couple wars. I mean, he's lost the fights that he probably should have won, but Mosvar is just he's a beast, man. He's undefeated. He's 15-0.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, he's gonna. I don't know, man. Like,
they're feeding Mavzar. But if Danny Gay wins, he gets back on track, so that'd be cool.
yeah, I mean, if Danny Gay wins, that'd be a big win for
He's a
him.
gamer, man. He gets in big fights and he fights.
Yeah, he
So
does. He fought Qatar and stuff. It was pretty decent. Um, that's what I mean. Like, he's I don't know if he gets a top 10 fighter. I would say he's like, like the 15 ranks above. That's who he should be fighting. I don't even know if he's even ranked anymore. Is he even ranked anymore?
I believe so. If I do recall correctly, though, I
Not sure.
believe. Let me just look it up real quickly on the Danny Gay website.
Yeah, see if Dan Ige is still ranked.
Danny Gay. Oh, he's ranked 50K. That's what it says.
50,000.
No. That's his name. That's his nickname. 50K.
Uh,
Dan 50K Gay.
he dropped crazy.
I think his rank is at 50,000 right now. Damn.
I would say his rank would probably be in around the 15s, I guess, maybe.
I guess I could just look on ESPN, or maybe I should go to Ariel Hawani's website. Let me see what he ranks him as. Maybe he's unranked. Where does it say the rankings? Good
UFC.com
job,
has them.
ESPN. Good job, ESPN.
UFC.com has them.
Yeah, but now I have to go to a new website.
You gotta go to the mother load.
It's really not even that important. The rankings are so not important.
What is he fighting at 145?
Yes.
I'm gonna find him right now.
Nice.
145. Yeah, okay. So
Rankings.
Danny is ranked number 10. All right, very respectable. He's number
That's
10.
fine.
Mozart, the guy he's fighting, is ranked number 13.
Mhm.
Undefeated, coming up. Wants that ass.
But he also looks like Russian Christian Bale.
Okay. Is that good or bad?
Oh, it's great.
Okay.
Fantastic. That's fantastic news.
What do you think about Aljamain saying he's going to step down if Divicelli wins his next fight so he can get a chance at that title?
Wait. Aljamain said he's gonna step down.
Aljamain said if his teammate Merab Divicelli, whatever, I'm sorry if I'm probably saying his name wrong, but
It does.
he said if he wins his next fight, because his teammate's ranked number 6 right now. If he wins his next fight, he's gonna likely get a title shot, and he's gonna move up. Sorry, he's gonna step down and move up to 145. And so his teammate, can have a shot at getting the title.
I like him moving up. I don't think there's any rush, and I don't think his friend is guaranteed anything because I've never heard of his friend before. So he's not getting a title fight anytime soon.
True.
As much as Aljamain thinks that, it's not.
Well, let's see
who's
let's see. Merab Divicelli is going to be fighting. Who's his next fight?
Peter Yan will fight 100 more times for a title before his friend fights ever again. Like it's never. That's whatever this fantasy is in his head, where like everybody gets a belt on his team. That's not.
Everybody gets a belt, right?
No, it's not. Don't do this to yourself.
He's moving. Aljamain thinks he can move up and fight Volkanovski and beat him.
No. This is I can see the publicity behind this, but other than that, this is not.
If Alexander beats Holloway, who fights Alexander? He cleaned out his division. Maybe
That's what I'm
Arnold
saying.
Allen. He beat Qatar. He beat Jung. I think he beat Rodriguez.
He's not even. He's not even going to get a chance to be the John Jones that he could be. That's how
he's
good
not
he
because
is.
he's cleaned his division. He is the John Jones of his division. I mean, it's kind of funny because
he's the greatest of all time. He's like literally like the greatest of all time.
He can't be though.
But that's the problem. But like, how can he? If he goes up in weight, like Dana's the only reason why he can't go up in weight.
I know, but does he want to? Has he ever entertained that?
He keeps saying it. He says it every fucking day. He's like, I want to go up and weight and fuck everybody up. And Dana's not letting me. He's like, they want to make me fight Max 400 more fucking times because that's what the fans want. But I want to kill everybody.
He wants to. So, do you think he has a chance of 155? Who has the belt? 155.
I think he has his neck.
Dude, you think he'd be Oliveira?
He was 2-something. He used to be 2-something when he was.
I know. He used to be a rugby player. He's a monster.
My man is going to be just fine.
But I mean, like, if you're, what if he's 200? Let's say he's 200 pounds fighting a heavyweight, and he's fighting fucking John Jones, who's pretty much daws him to that guy.
He's not going to fight at heavyweight. I'm just saying.
Doesn't it kick this guy so
he
hard?
Can go up one weight class. He'll be all right.
I think he could be the 155 champ.
I think who's at 155 right now?
Oliveira. I mean, it's gonna be hard to find Oliveira.
There's no champion.
There's no champ. You're right.
Oh my God, now is the time.
Now everything got interesting.
Now is the time, dude. Everything
now is the time.
Dana is such a genius. He's like, you know what? Can you just sit on the fucking scale a little bit? Hey, Tony. I know you just got here. Just do me a favor. Just make sure that dial just moved over a little bit to the left when you weigh Charles only, though. Just right before he gets there, just move that little piece over. You fuck Charles, dude.
Yeah.
We got a plan. We're going to do something with him, Connor, and Alexander later. Don't worry about it. Just make sure the scale, make sure he's heavy. UFC's fixed. I love it, though. It's fine. It's fine with me. Herb Dean's been taking like a little bit of a back seat lately, I've noticed. He'll do like 3 or 4 like obvious like, dude, that's not the end of the fight, or like, hey man, why did you stop the fight right there just to give your guy a breather? And then like he doesn't do matches for like a good month. After like an obvious like, hey man, that one was definitely weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not, in my opinion, like everybody has very high respect for her, but I do think that he is the most suspect out of all the officials by far.
Herb, really? I think Herb's pretty solid.
Oh
He's had
yeah,
a controversial
no,
shit, obviously, but a lot of
no,
the good ones too.
no. He does a lot of like
Okay, you think he's fucking up
he'll
like
give
really
like
bad?
Connor a breather when he needs it
Oh,
type
okay, you think
shit.
he's doing favoritism shit?
No, not only favoritism, like deep, deep, deep. Dana,
Like Dana
Dana,
is telling him shit.
yeah, or
Uh,
somebody.
but he works for the athletic commission, right? Dana
I
doesn't fuck
think,
with them. Maybe
I
the
think
athletic commission is doing it.
I don't know. I don't know where
Maybe
the I
it's
don't
even
know where
deeper
the
than
league. I
Dana.
don't think that's the thing though. That's the problem. I don't think Dana is stupid. So there's no benefit for Dana to do this, but there is a benefit for someone to do it.
Yeah, Endeavor. Maybe
Somebody,
trying
man,
to.
not really Endeavor. Somebody who wants to control the lines or somebody who wants to make money.
Uh,
Somebody could use this to their benefit. And Herb Dean, what? He doesn't like $50,000 extra a night. He doesn't like $100,000 extra a night. He doesn't like $2 million extra to influence
I mean, he's not rolling around in
multi-million
Bugattis and
dollar
stuff,
betting
though. It's
lines.
not like Herb Dean has Bugattis. He does his seminar schools and stuff. Doesn't seem like a rich man.
Herb Dean's got some cashish. Come on,
He got some dough.
I think so.
He got some buried in the backyard.
I think so.
Herb, man, I want to get a shove. I'm going to Herb's house.
I think Herb's got some
I got some
cashish.
demons. You got
I
some
think he's
demons,
got some
Herb.
demons in that closet. I think that closet's demoned up.
What about Mazzagatti, man? How come Dana had it out for him so bad? Mazzagatti was about to spill the beans on the
How
whole
come Dana has it
operation.
out for Ariel so bad? I mean, Ariel fucked up, but did he fuck up that bad? You don't fuck with
Ariel
a
knows something
boss.
that we don't. Maybe he
You don't
knows about
fuck with a
the.
boss
He
like
knows
that,
that
man.
Ariel knows something.
We better be careful. I need to be careful.
Like Dana's watching you.
I don't know, man. I hope
He's gonna
not.
send Matt Sarah to our house.
I love you, Dana.
Dana, you're the best, man.
Dana, you are the best. Dana, you really are the best.
Yeah.
Don't hurt me.
If it wasn't for Dana White, man, we wouldn't even be talking about any of this shit. So
Nope.
thanks, Dana. For
Yeah,
real.
for real.
You know this shit's all because of you.
I have a little shrine in my room. I have a
I got
little
a piece of his hair, dude. Worth so much, dude. Yeah. Back in the day, I got a piece of Dana's hair, dude. I
I got
saved it.
some of his hair.
Dude, imagine that contact. Dude, I got a piece of your hair. Dude, you want to
Dude,
buy
that's
it?
probably worth a lot
Yeah.
of
Oh
money,
my god,
dude. Some
right. A
Dana
piece of
locks.
Dana White, 1994. Dana White had some hair.
Oh
I had a
man,
piece of
dude.
it. I saved it, put it in a bottle, secured it.
Genius, bro.
Right? Dude, Dana's hair. Dude, imagine having that. Dude, put that on eBay, $1 million easy.
Easy. I really do wonder how much that would go for, but I bet it would go for quite a bit.
It would, dude.
All right, so the last fight we didn't talk about was Volkov versus Rosenstrike, and I think it's because we already know what's going to happen here. Volkov's going to easily dust Rosenstrike because
He's gonna dust him up and then he's gonna mess up and get knocked out. Just saying.
because actually that's probably exactly what you
No,
said.
it's really good.
I was joking, but now you are being correct. Yes, that's,
Yeah.
I don't think Rosenstrike is really good, and I don't see him getting pieced
A
up.
lot of the
like-
heavyweights aren't really good, man. They're one punch away from losing.
No, but like he's not like Derek Lewis. Like Derek Lewis, like moves slow, but then like he's like a bear. Like one swipe and you're
Yeah.
fucking dead.
Lately, Derek Lewis has been looking the hell gun shy. He
He's
stood
just
still while
always
Gain
like
was
that.
playing karate with him.
He knows, man. He knows that motherfuckers can knock him out. He's
I
worried
know,
about
but
it.
you're gonna stand still and just
He's
think
been
that the
knocked
whole
out.
time? Like, yeah, exactly. Go knock his ass out. It's not like
But
you can't knock motherfuckers out either. Make him scared of you.
here's the thing. He beat Volkov doing what he does best. But he strategically waited until the last 30 seconds and then bear swiped Volkov and Volkov went down.
Yeah.
And then
But that easily could have
he
missed,
won.
right? And then the fight would have looked like, damn, Volkov tuned your ass up. You're
Yeah,
dropping down.
but here's the thing though. He wouldn't have taken that much damage. He just would have looked outclassed. So in
Yeah.
reality, he doesn't
Dude, how many times did
fought
Volkov
correctly.
almost finished him in that fight for those gut shots? He was kicking him in the gut. I remember
That's
this
true,
clearly.
actually. He was getting
Like,
fucked up,
yeah,
yeah.
he was like going down to the ground and shit. So I mean, Herbert easily could have called it. He must have got paid that night. I don't know if Herb was revving that fight.
That's what I'm saying. It's like little shit like that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like this could have
Like
been
fights that
stopped.
should be stopped and or not.
Yeah.
Like how many times is Overeem at the knee, Travis Brown in the face before, or
Like
Shane Carwin? Here's a good example. Shane Carwin had a top position on Brock Lesnar, beating the living fucking shit out of him. That fight would have been stopped easily, unlike most fights, but then he let it go. Dude, that
how,
shit it was funny as
how
fuck.
many times has Herb Dean officiated a Connor fight, officiated a
I
John
don't
Jones
know. I'm not
fight,
sure.
officiate up? It's
Probably a lot of them, honestly.
all of them. It's all of them.
Got to call the best for the biggest fights, bro.
It's just I mean, but then isn't that kind of suspect?
Do you
Shouldn't
like?
that
I always
honestly?
like Big John, dude. Big John was a great ref.
You know what? Here, this should be a non-issue. You should not be able to have the same official officiate your match twice in a row. We're done here.
Like in the night, in the same
Hey.
night.
No, in the same like you shouldn't be able to have Herb Dean officiate your shit like 2 events in a row.
Oh yeah, my bad. Not in the same night, but I meant like the same team. You know, like because you can.
No,
There's a bunch of same team fighters. What if
it
like the
it's
team paid you off, right?
like you can't have Herb Dean be the only official that does John Jones fights or Conor
Got
McGregor
you.
fights.
I
You
like
know what I mean?
Herzog, man. I like Herzog. I like the British guy.
I think Mark Goddard is
I
the
like Mark
best.
Goddard, man.
Yeah, he's the best in my opinion, personally.
He's very good. I like Herzog, man. Herzog is a. I like the rest where you don't know some and you just notice a fight and the
There's
fight's over. I love that
there's
shit.
Herzog is really good. There's the guy that got busted for weed who was the ex-fighter.
Yeah, he was the best, dude. Hands down.
He's
Like
really good.
Josh, I think his name was Josh. Josh Rosenthal or something. I don't know.
He's really good.
He was really good because the Dan Henderson Shogun fights those were his beauties, man. They were such great fights.
Mark Smith, he's really good. He's newer, but he's very good.
What
He was
about
already good.
what
Beltron?
about Twinkle Toes? You'd be doing what's
Do you
his
mean
name?
the mustache? Twinkle Toes. Oh,
No,
and then
Twinkle
you mean my boy?
Twinkle Toes. You'd be doing that's what's his name? Fucking what's I can't believe I'm forgetting this guy's name.
Keith
He's an old
Peterson?
school UFC fighter. I think he
Oh,
was champ. He does
Keith Peterson's my
Bellator.
favorite though.
He does Bellator refs. He's coming back up.
Fighter, are you ready? Fighters, are you ready?
Shit. Man.
All right,
Anyway,
let's fight.
I feel stupid now.
Are you ready?
Come on, that's like who does a fucking Keith Peterson impression?
Fighters, are you ready?
I'm thinking of his name is Frank Trigg. Frank Trigg. So Frank Trigg's a ref now. Do you remember Frank Trigg?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Frank Trigg.
Did I just mute myself?
He's
I did.
fought.
Sorry.
Yeah, Frank Trigg's fought a lot of great fighters.
That's the guy that got busted for weed.
He fought like Matt Serra and he fought like Matt Hughes and those people.
Yeah. I think he got busted for marijuana.
No, that was Josh Rosenthal. He was growing it.
Oh, never
He was
mind.
growing a fat weed operation and they busted him and like he got fired from reffing. I think he came back. He's starting reffing again. He used to post on the UG. That's how I know this.
No, you're right.
He used to post on the underground. That's how I know this. Isn't that funny? Wrestling post. Josh Rosenthal used to post on the underground.
You're 100% correct. Josh
So
Rosenthal. That's him.
Yeah, the bald dude with the tats on his arms.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy was legit ref. I loved him a lot. He was really good.
We've been recording for an hour 20.
That's a good podcast. Joe Rogan does 3 hours. We gotta do 3.5.
Well, we also do it twice a week.
He
Plus,
does it every
also,
day.
I record. I'm also recording the fights as we do them too. So, anything else you want to talk about or pump? I think I'm just gonna do both as a free episode this week.
Yeah, that's fine.
And because I fucked it up, and then that way all the content will be there.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Should I just do it all as one episode, or should I just do 2 separate ones? That's the real question. Okay, boys and girls, thanks for tuning in. I think that's it, right? Do you want to?
No,
We didn't talk
I thought it
about
was fun.
Patty the Batty and
Yeah, let's talk about Patty. I mean, it's got more.
how about
Patty's fighting your twerk monster, the guy you love, Jordan.
I wanna stop this episode though, because we got the fights out of the way. I might add this on. Like
no. So stop this. This will be our this week's fight episode, and we'll just do special content now. If
all
you
right,
want to.
let's do that, and then we'll see how that works. I don't mind
we'll
just talking and just
we'll
see
just
how it
talk
works.
about Patty. You want to talk about shit? People love that when you're just
Yeah.
bullshitting.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're gonna bet on the fights, go check out mybookie.ag and then use promo code NorthSouth. Or It's north-south, right? Yeah.
It's north-south position, man. Come on.
No. The promo code is north-south.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry,
I
guys.
think. Shit, now I forget. Damn it. I should know that. Yeah, let me take 10 hours to go find the freaking promo code. Whatever. You guys, I already said it right beforehand. So if you guys heard it right before, you can just go back and listen to the podcast from the beginning so you can find out the promo code. Then go to mybookie.ag and then type in the promo code and then go bet on all the fights that we told you to bet on. We gave you amazing financial advice. So take it, and then you can sue us for it later. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.